Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host. And here we are. Thank you for coming back for another GMD. We all had a big, heavy weekend. It was emotional for most of us. And there's been a ton of things that have transpired since then. A lot of news, a lot to digest since from WrestleMania to right now. But before I can continue and say anything about anything, I must bring on one of my co-hosts here that are, he knows something about something, and he knows what belt's coming next. He's a big fan of it. Welcome in, Easy E, the nightmare of podcasting. Come on, let's bring it in here. Let's get it.
I don't know about nightmare of podcasting. I'd say the stepsister of podcasting, somewhere in there.
Can't see me.
But people, it is Hump Day. The show's starting off a little weird because where's the goat? You know, Tony was here for once early.
I know it's fucked up, right?
Premature evacuation, hit that start button. So we're just gonna roll. I'm waiting for my dog Windows, and I'm sure he's getting his goat milk right now. We got
Hold on. I know. No, I'm coming in here first because I know I missed a portion of time. Y'all went live like immediately after night 2, and dude, I was so hyped up. Y'all remember what I said? Like, I need some rest, bro. That was too much. I threw my fan. I threw both my pillows up at the fan. I reached right for my winged eagle, and I held it so high up, and I almost hit the fan again. I'm happy it didn't, because it's very expensive. But I'm just saying, it's a new day. But before we can go further, we actually have to bring on the actual host, because I was just here as a part-time guest. Let's bring in the master of Mexican, the captain of tacos, and the goat of goat milk.
Did somebody say tacos?
Is this the burrito of goat milk? Is this the
It's a burrito, yeah. White meat. Right in the middle.
I mean,
okay.
It's a chicken taco of the night, baby.
we got Tony with the premature evacuation jumping the gun. I tried to tell him to stop.
It's a chicken taco because it's bird meat, you know? It's bird meat tonight.
Oh God.
It's bird meat. Because it's a new day.
Hell?
You know, are you ecstatic because you're a Cody fan though, right? Too, right?
Hello.
Honestly, I already miss what I would just want to know what's going to go on with Roman. I don't want him to go away.
I want him to go away. We can do without.
I just wanted to ship. You know what I mean?
You didn't have enough of 3 years. Listen, stop. Pause the show right now. Pause. Here we go. Put me on the main damn screen because already you've upset me, and I Jesus.
It's like the butterfly. Right. It's like the butterfly effect. I don't have control, so that's all on.
If I can get control of my mouse, I'll handle it in a second.
Okay, guys, check it out. Before we even go further, sorry I'm late. I'm a Mexican. What can I say? But listen, guys, I'm late for an important reason because we got to start this off right.
We knew exactly why you were late. Ethan called this one.
I'm sorry, guys, but look, the new flavor came out today. I had to have it. It's the Old Smokies Snickerdoodle.
I'm talking to myself.
Snickerdoodle.
Oh, so you're getting good and tight tonight, huh?
And then we're gonna mix it up with a little peanut butter flavored Screwball whiskey.
What the hell, dude? You're just trying to get all kinds of twisted, huh?
I've been celebrating since Sunday.
It's Hump Day.
Since Sunday. And if y'all don't understand, and it's Hump Day today, I'm gonna tell you something. We got lots to celebrate about. The cry romies are out and about. They're hitting the internet hard. Some people are saying they're not going to watch WWE anymore. I'm fine with that. More
I'm
for
not gonna
me.
lie. It
More
sounds
for me.
like an exact exaggeration of night one. Sounds like a
Before
complete reversal. This isn't what I heard.
Look, the Brooklyn Brawler could have won that match, and I'd be happy because Roman didn't.
I'm excited because I've been going on some of the social media platforms, and I'm seeing that Cody actually looked at the camera. He kind of gave a look up and said like he'd like to see and try to bring in a title that he grew up seeing and admiring. So that
Wonder what that is.
my hopes are up. I
wonder.
Winged Eagle, here we come, baby. Hopefully. I know it's not going to be the old design, but if it's got to have the new W's, F it. But I have a question for everybody here real quick. By them saying, and maybe this is just me, but does anybody think, because I haven't checked on this, but I want to check the legal records on this. By him,
Who
by
likes
them,
that belt though?
hey, it's gorgeous. But by them saying, and Michael Cole said it, and Triple H said it, and Cody said it, and many more people said it. Pro wrestling and a new era. They didn't say wrestling entertainment. They said pro wrestling.
I would love to see all the companies come together.
Is the clause and time of the lawsuit for them prohibited the use of WWF over?
Well, from my
On the World
understanding,
Wildlife Foundation.
my understanding is they're technically allowed to use it, but they just don't.
I heard 3 years ago that they technically can use it. They can. They had permission before, but they really overdid it. They really violated it to the point where the Wildlife Foundation said, you know what, you're not really listening to us, so we're gonna go full balls in deep and sue the shit out of you guys. So could the clause, the time set that they had on that, the licensing of the use of WWF be over?
I don't think they'll ever go back to it used on a main stage, but maybe for merch.
What's up, Rob?
But before we get too far into this, I got a birthday shout out. 2 birthday shout outs, actually. You're muted, Tony.
So let's take down the comments. Oh
You
shit!
took down
We got
the
a boy
dozen.
getting dressed up backstage. Don't
Oh shit!
don't worry
I wanna
about
see.
that.
No, put him on. Put
all
him
right,
on there.
go on.
Put
Get your shout out
on there. 2 birthday shout outs. First one, my daughter, my baby,
Hey,
my little one tomorrow.
hey,
Turns 14.
big one.
14.
Dude, you got
Yeah.
2 years. You got 2 years to the big one. Oh man, what are you gonna, bro? Oh my god!
I'm telling you. And
All
then
right, what's the
secondly-
all right? What's the
secondly,
second
hold
one?
on. Secondly, my oldest daughter has had a boyfriend for a minute now. Yeah, I know. It's been a struggle. He's a good kid, but on the flip side is I can only be so nice because a lot of it's got to be earned. You know, you gotta earn your stripes with me. So, but no, he's a good kid. He's actually been in the hospital for the last week, and it's his birthday today. It's his birthday. He's been in the hospital because I can't believe I'm admitting this on camera. My daughter tried to kill him.
Well, you know,
allergic-
I mean,
he's
you guys
allergic-
you guys
no,
are
he's allergic-
Mexican. He's an
He's
asshole.
allergic to peanut butter.
What? She killed him
And-
with peanut butter?
I there was some kind of cookie incident that I didn't get the whole story, but apparently he had a cookie that wasn't peanut. He had a cookie that was peanut, and somehow I don't know if it was some crumbs intermingled or whatever. But I was talking to him at one point, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got a peanut allergy, but it's not like that bad, you know." I guess he thought it wasn't that bad. And then fast forward to this, He's been in the hospital, tubes, and the whole bit.
Okay, that ain't all right. That ain't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I
Listen,
hope he gets better.
he can still be. He can still be fired from the boyfriend thing, but
I
let's wish
still
him
want
well.
him, I still want him to
Let's
get
wish
better
him
and
well.
have a happy birthday and
Podcast.
get out of there.
Get out of
shout
there, man.
out.
I'm sorry.
Shout out to Eddie.
Sorry, your girlfriend has a peanut thing, and to be honest with you, I am sorry for you more than anything because dude, I would hate to be allergic to peanuts, like peanut butter, peanut cookies, peanut butter cookies. Like,
I honestly
How do you-
thought my daughter was gonna kill. I was gonna be the first guy my daughter killed. Just that's how I always envisioned.
well,
it.
you raised her right, man. She's aiming it in the right direction. You point that thing
she's doing
someplace
good.
else.
I talk shit, but
No, seriously, get well soon, kid. I hope you're the best. I'm sure you're in the right place right now.
they seem pretty happy together, and so
Oh
The
shit! What
fuck
the
is
fuck
that?
What the fuck just happened?
Pro wrestling is back. Pro wrestling is back.
we weren't talking lucha.
It's back,
Welcome
brother.
to Goat Milk.
Oh yeah. I love the look. Problem is,
It's the same color as your drink. Yeah, you got to straighten that one out, bro.
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
want
rock
to
the
see you
whole
drink
way. No, don't do
Get a
that.
little-
Don't do that.
that. No, get a little straw and punch a little hole in the.
it's gotta
You know,
be.
just a little slit would do the whole trick. You know what I mean?
I was putting it on just for fun. Now I can't get the damn thing off.
We want you to go full screen taking this goddamn thing off whenever you decide to. Whenever you need a drink, you're going full screen.
I need it now. I
Okay.
can't do it.
There you go. All right, let's watch them. It's the goat. Wow, that came out pretty easy, man. Your hair is all.
Right.
You are a lioness.
Look at this. It's because I've been wearing it for like 20 years. For the first time I revealed my face here on this show.
It still sits
like-
the same freaking way.
That was like
crazy.
the Mexican Jim. That was like the Mexican Jim Carrey in the movie Mask.
Oh
Bro,
my
it's
god.
went right back to normal, like immediately. How the hell did that happen?
Look at my hair. Jesus Christ, what did I do to myself? This is amazing, guys. Snickerdoodle and peanut butter touch. That kid is missing out. If he can't even have peanut butter flavored liquor, it sucks.
Bro, he's done. He
I don't
can't even
know.
have his drink. He's gonna get
I see,
all
I-
kinds of like his lips are gonna get fat like
Ooh.
food. Mm-mm.
But like,
I feel bad. I feel bad for him though. But, yo, when did this happen with the peanut stuff?
We've got the wrestling fanatic on here live with us, guys. What's up, brother? Yes, sir.
Come on, me.
Yes, sir.
What are we talking about? We gotta get down these comments.
What up, fanatic?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
No, you know what straws you got to get, Mendoza? The glasses straws. The ones that are sunglasses.
That's a good.
You see, that would make our podcast much more efficient.
Hold on. Before we answer this question, Facebook user, you got to ID yourself, bro. I can't give privy information like that unless I know who we're talking about or who we're talking to.
Right.
Let me see. I've got to jump on the other platform just so I can see all the names, guys. Give me a sec here.
I know he always does that. He's good at that.
But anyways, fellas, it's Wednesday. How's your week been? How's the week?
Crazy. I was outside. I was kind of sick because I got sick, and I was still handling ladders, and we couldn't find a ladder to work themselves, so I had to handle the fiberglass ladders. And if anybody knows anything about really big ladders, 32 to 40 foot ladders, aluminum is much easier than fiberglass.
Those
I
fiberglass
was-
stuff.
Michael,
I was
aloha,
sick
brother. What's
dealing
up,
with
brother?
fiberglass.
Mr. Michael Blasty
Oh.
hit on his Facebook user. What's
Hey.
up, brother? What's going on? What's
Hey.
up, Kevin? We got Ben Walker in the house.
We had a lot
too.
of guys. We had a lot of guys we're reaching out to. But there's one thing that I want to put up on the screen right now. It's my favorite dude. My favorite Mace. Mace Windrew.
What's up,
What
Jim?
up,
What's
my
going on,
brother?
baby?
I talked to this dude the whole entire WrestleMania weekend. And BA. I don't know where the hell BA is at. But
Bromances are a thing of today. It's okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I can't wait
It's a
till Nick
bromance.
Carnivale comes on here because like Me and him got a thing going on.
He's in Vegas. He is out Rolex.
Yeah, he's living the
Rolex
dream.
shopping. He's shopping
Just-
for Rolex
just-
right now.
Just leave it in Vegas, okay?
Leave it in Vegas. Whatever you
leave
do.
it in Vegas, all right?
Don't
Whatever
bring it
you
along
do,
with you.
don't bring it home.
Do
Get a
not make
shot.
a belt with. Do not
Get
make
a
a
shot.
belt.
Do not catch the creep, the crawlies, the herpes, the gonorrhea, leave it in Vegas.
And
Call
no
condom.
X-Men Rolex belts. We've learned.
Do not say X-Men belts in Vegas. They're gonna have a whole different.
So I got a question for you, both.
No.
Oh boy,
You know, we had a eclipse on what's today? On Wednesday. On Monday.
Hmm.
We had the totally thank you, Platinum. We had the total eclipse of the heart. Man, I was on TikTok, man, and I was promised the rapture. I was promised all this shit gonna go down, and I ain't did.
I was waiting for the zombies to come out.
I was disappointed.
It's very disappointing. And all you people standing on corners with megaphones looking like Jimmy Hart talking about the end of the world, you disappoint me every single time. Just when I start to believe, just when I start to buy into the hype, I get let down like this.
See, but this
Shame
rolls
on
into-
you all.
This rolls into what me and Mendoza can sympathize with. Tony, not quite yet. He's not there yet. But me and Mendoza can speak on, we're talking rapture, we're talking end of the world, and then you can add in ungrateful wives. So hear me out. You get guys like me and Mendoza, and our wives should be way more grateful for us than they even show. Like, it should be not even second, it should be first nature. Mendoza, when she brings you your plate, she should feed you your burger. That's just the level of gratefulness that I want to see.
You're onto something. You're onto something.
Because where
She
in
made
the
me-
world?
She made me mole today.
Ooh, chicamole.
Yeah.
Ooh. So do you guys go you guys go probably the ultra Mexican chocolate?
Yeah.
I don't do the chocolate.
I have to.
I'm not.
Because the other way
I don't have
is-
a sweet tooth either. Like, I
The
really
other
don't.
way makes it kind of bitter.
I like a little bit of the bitterness and because my grandma did it my grandma did it a very ultra Mexican way, and my mom did it more of a Mexican white way. So like my grandma would just throw a whole fucking chicken in a pot, boil it, and then did
Damn.
the mole and the whole thing, and you kind of got to go through and get the chicken bones. And
Okay.
like my mom
Get at
is, my
Get
mom
you
would
some.
shred the chicken, buy the chicken, boil the chicken, shred the chicken, and then make the mole, but minus no chocolate.
Awesome. Guys,
Dude,
I'm going to grow a mullet.
Did you just hear what he said? That's like my grandmother with how you have to things and like strip the things and boil the things and then put them in the sauce and then cook them for 12 hours. Do you hear the kind of effort that went into the meals that we appreciate as grown men? I heard the same thing out of you. Different process, same amount of effort.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're for
I mean,
sure,
dude, come on.
we're
we're
for sure
spoiled.
spoiled, but
We're spoiled on men.
we could be spoiled even further.
My wife would feed me, but I'm a little picky with that because I have to have just the right amount of food on my.
You're right.
You know, when
You're
I
right.
chew,
there's a
I-
certain level. You need to see, like, you got to have the fat man spoon, but you don't want an overly big bite, but you don't want that
Yeah.
underbite where you're like,
Yeah.
it's useless.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I
it's
feel you
like
on that.
where she has to feed you every second. No, you want to. Here you go. Give me my 30-40 chews, and then come back.
But then if she feeds you too much, you're gonna look like the Gerber baby with fucking food. Just
That's their
Oh.
job, dude. That's literally their job.
It's
Dude, dude.
it
I'm
comes
sorry, you're
natural
from
to
Mexican.
women.
I'm sure. Listen, I know the people that speak the related languages, and I know for a fact that if you walk into your grandmother's house, They may be alive, they may not be alive, but you could still say at the same age, if you walk into your grandmother's house and she has a whole meal cooking and she fixes you a plate, you gonna walk away? You trying to get smacked in the back of the head with a spoon? What are you trying to do here?
So this is
on
one
now.
I can't speak for Mendoza. You can tell me if this is. So my grandma was very, 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 very Hispanic. Oh yeah.
My
Well, I
wife
try to,
does
but-
feed me, and especially like we're in bed
You kidding
watching
me? You've seen
TV.
this on camera. What do you mean? Does his wife feed him? Have you not seen the episodes? Go back and look. She brings him food down on camera.
She's
So
too good to
He
me. I'm
call-
not deserving.
He literally
of my wife.
says. He literally says, "I use my Jedi powers," and then food comes down to him automatically. It's just fucking.
Riddle me this, Mendoza, because you grew up with a Hispanic family. So my grandma was ultra Hispanic, but she was very mean. And what I mean mean is we lived with her for a time being, we're going through some family stuff. We lived through it, Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But my grandma was to the point of like mean where she would go through in the mornings and like take a marker and draw a line on the level of milk. Count the number of
Yo,
tortillas she
yo,
made.
hey, Grandpa,
I'm not joking.
Grandpa,
Listen,
you see what I'm rocking, right?
You can be dying.
Grandpa, you
of
see what I'm
thirst.
rocking, right? I'm rocking the Grandpa belt. Like this shit ain't right?
Listen, this is
It's
how
not
you get
supposed
by
to be
that.
here, but it's here. So anyway,
You do
you
what
know
we
what's
do.
about to happen,
You
Grandpa.
add water.
When you add water, or just to throw them off, what you do is you if you take a drink out of something, you put little what do they call those damn things? Posters underneath the fridge. It gets it out of level, and everything looks a little more full.
No. So she would literally count like slices of cheese.
Damn, bro.
And if you could be dying of hunger, and if you didn't ask permission, you did not go in that refrigerator and fucking touch it. So that's why like quirkiness with me today now as an adult, like I'll grab like a Gatorade or something, it'll be in the fridge, and my kid will be like, Dad, whose Gatorade it is? Just fucking drink it.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I be like, you guys shouldn't have to ask. Don't ask.
Yeah.
Guys,
Just
listen.
just
go
put the
right
cap
in.
back on it and put it back in there when you're done. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Hey, for the comment on the screen right now, all you gotta do is go in there when it says click and register your name. That's
You gotta
all
give
have to do.
StreamYard permission to put your name on there.
Yeah, it just lets us allow you to have access to your name.
Oh God, we got fam in here. Zeke,
I know we got some stuff going on. in the
bro.
comments,
Let
you know.
me tell you guys something. And my cousin's gonna he's gonna vouch for this. How many of you guys had that on birthday parties? They cut the cake slices so thin they look transparent when you held them into the air.
How many people are at the party?
Bro, my dad would
Bro, it's a
cut-
Mexican party, but still.
All right,
Come
hold
on.
on. If you got
My
a
dad would
tiny
cut
ass
me.
cake, you gotta
No.
listen, dude. This is all
It's
really. You want to do
possible.
fractions?
It's
You wanna do
possible.
pie
My
charts?
dad-
Is that what
My
we're doing?
dad-
Pie charts on this channel
Yeah.
right now? Jesus,
My
Christ.
dad would cut ham so fucking thin, you could hold it up and literally see through it.
Do you guys remember the episode of Tom and Jerry where they're like they're so poor they got no food, so they're slicing one bean and they put it in between the thin slices of the sandwich, and he picks up the
You know,
sandwich and he can
they're not even that hungry, Mendoza. They're not even that hungry. All right.
My wife's neighbor, she used to put a chain around her fridge and not let her kids eat at night. She lock up the fridge, literally a chain and a lock. No lie. No lie. A Facebook user, this is my cousin right here.
Welcome,
He
cousin.
can vouch. And he
Welcome,
can also
cousin.
vouch for the epic ass whoopings we used to get as a kid. You ever get
Ah.
run down by your grandfather?
Didn't you
You ever-
wish you had one? Didn't you wish you had one of these when you were lower down and just a little kid, and you got to just
Let me-
smack yourselves
let me-
around and then one
Let
of
me-
you got to hold this up.
No,
Yeah, what
no,
you
that's
did.
not how it works around my house.
I bet you wish you did.
My
Yeah,
house.
shut
is-
up. You own all of
My
them.
house was
Ethan, you
nice.
don't even. Ethan, no.
My house
You
was
own
nice and gun
you
shop.
own every colorway. Like it's like Jordan's with you with the winged eagle. Like, we don't even want to hear from you at all. We know. We know.
24.
Ethan owns all the winged eagles.
Struggle.
We got it,
You have to
bro.
listen to the white man struggle growing up. He only got to go to the arcade twice a month, man. It's the white man struggle. Anyways,
What's an
Mendoza,
arcade?
did you ever make that fatal mistake getting an ass whooping as a child where you grab the belt?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and it got worse. Let me tell you. I remember
I got a
my
black eye. First black eye was from that.
I remember they used to be like, "Don't you dare put your hands in," and it would go worse.
Although I wish I was alive. I wish I knew now what I know then, because I was watching TikTok and one of my favorite TikTokers, Jason Banks.
Can I just say for just 1 second?
We got
Platinum
the fam
Swords-
bam. We got the
Platinum
fam
Swords-
bam in the house today. Listen, guys.
Platinum-
Let me
Platinum
ask you
Swords-
this, Tony.
Platinum Swords has a death wish.
If Tony would take off the sunglasses, that comment was up like 5 minutes ago, and he's still interrupting. But you know, we digress.
Yeah, I know. Let me ask you this, Tony. Let me show you how nice your childhood was. You ever got walked in your room, had to get your fucking chonies pulled down, lay flat on the bed where you got like bared ass?
No, I've never
belt
been
open?
raped. I've never been
Huh?
raped. I'm sorry.
See, you can tell.
I don't want to talk about
this.
this in the channel right now.
Then you never sang mariachi when you got hit, bro. Because when that belt hit those nalgas, it
Oh,
was
dude,
yeah.
You know, see, you guys got that special treatment.
Oh
tell
god.
Belt,
Tony was that
a
special
belt,
white kid.
you
Tony
guys
was
got
that white
belt.
kid.
You guys got
Tony.
belts and chancletas.
Anthony,
You know what I got?
No.
Anthony, can you tell me
Duck.
about your feelings, Anthony? Is it okay? Just let me hear about your feelings.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you talking about right now?
Listen, you got extra meatballs on your spaghetti
Right.
just for the hell of it.
He got noodles.
You got noodles, yes.
I'm just going back to my regular form right
I'm
now.
not joking. I had cornflakes and spaghetti noodles at one point. We're so poor.
This dude just asked about my feelings. He never has asked about my feelings. Neither have any of my parents or my
Have you ever had a
grandparents.
tang
You know,
witch?
you know what they tell me? Tighten up.
See, you don't know Ethan's face as soon as I
There's
said
a
tang witch,
struggle.
bro.
There's a struggle, and then there's struggle.
Yeah.
Tony might have struggled. You know, he only
Man,
got
I
a
don't,
Happy Meal.
dude,
He only got a
please,
Happy
please
Meal
don't,
once a month.
please don't let me play top that right now because I'm gonna top you.
Oh, do you want to top that? I can go all night long.
We probably shouldn't
Oh.
do this in the air.
But anyways, what I'm
Check
saying
out
is,
Michael here. Check out Michael here.
We
So
y'all got spankings and shit. I got chairs thrown at me.
No. Hold on, Tony. Hold
So
on.
go
Before
on,
you-
go on. Tell me how easy I had it. Go on. Tell me what white privilege
Hold
is.
on.
Come
Well,
on.
you gotta stop talking.
Usually
first.
it's just chairs ducking.
Is he dapping? He's like,
It looked
No,
like he was dapping.
I'm dodging chairs. I'm having flashbacks. I'm having
chairs.
PTSD right now.
The thing is, Tony, I can wholeheartedly say my childhood was fucked up and everything like that, and I don't.
Those mine, it's what we celebrate
Hold
here.
on, would you shut your mouth for 4 seconds?
Jesus
I-
Christ.
I don't dispute. That was when you're in prison. You walked into that one.
Yeah, I
don't
definitely
dispute-
did.
I don't dispute.
Yeah,
your-
let's just give him his. I did walk into that one. All right, go ahead.
I don't dispute your childhood was great or fantastic or anything like that. But get back to me when your father burns your house down when you're at school. Get back to me when your father stabs a dude in the front yard.
Oh,
Get
God.
back to me when your father shoots at your brother for trying to stab him.
Oh, God.
So those are the things. It's not a one up, and it's not a proud one.
Yeah,
up.
we had different problems, but I don't want to talk about them on air.
I'm a life now. See, I don't worry about it. It's not a problem to me. I'm a life lesson. I'm a life lesson because those things that we saw, our kids don't go through.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't want to talk about it.
Our kids never going to go through. But
If we don't talk about them, they don't know about them.
No. I'm not too stupid not to teach them. I've took them by every halfway house I've lived in, every floor I've slept on, to show them what you have and what you go through is nothing in comparison to somebody else. So don't get caught up in life comparing yourself to somebody else. Appreciate what you have and move forward.
This is why every now and then, guys, we got to do like Thor and call the fucking belt out of the skies like rolling thunder and just roll that bitch up and just crack them. Every now and then, you just got to just remind them. Just get a little.
I would have got spanked with that said belt, though.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing is just like
You know what time it is, baby. You know what time it is.
That's why I vibe with certain people.
You boys know what time it is, right? You know what time it is, right? I didn't get with you for on Sunday night, and I'm sure you all went for. I have to check the feed, but I'm sure y'all went for crazy time because y'all were all pumped up, and so was I. Calm down. Wake up at 5.
We didn't go that long, did we?
So long on Sunday.
I think night 1 we went longer. I think night 1 we went longer, didn't we?
Night 1.
Oh yeah, dude. Yo, we were over 2 hours on that one.
It was
at least damn close.
Bro, you ain't lying. I didn't even call people.
Yo, Facebook user.
That's Michael. That's Michael Glass.
Michael,
aloha, brother. Mahalo.
Michael, you are in a safe place right now, my brother. That's what we do over here. We're in a safe place. We may make fun of you if you say something funny, but we still care. And our
guys, I'm thankful for the ass whoopings. I remember, like, after I got my ass whooping, we had a traditional rock that was outside in the shade. We go sit on that bitch to get the markings off our asses. Okay, nice, cool rock to sit on.
Yep. I'll tell you one thing.
Normal,
right now,
though. People are too afraid to whoop their kids' asses.
I don't know if Italian and Mexican is different. But my mom was the one that I would hand the championship to because my dad was always at work. So my mom, it was tough. It was tough. She was a hard-nosed Italian woman.
My mom was the worker.
She threw me through a wall one time. This ain't no WWE shit. I'm telling you, it was panel. It was panel. Just so everybody knows, it wasn't child abuse. It was just like those wooden panels.
It was wood panel.
And I just fell in between the studs. Like that was it. But she tossed me, and I was like, ah.
So your dad was the worker.
Yeah.
So my dad was the worker to work to not work. And what I mean by that is, my dad lived in between workman's comp settlements. So, like, I'm not joking. You know,
I read you loud and clear.
No, so you know, like the milk
as a worker, I read you.
Yeah, the milk containers where they ship the milk into the semi trucks. At one point he was washing those out. Nobody was looking. He jumped off the back, hurt his back on purpose. Got a settlement. That's how we had money growing up. At times, he would do those kind of things, and that's how we had money. My mom was the honest saint of the bunch. She became later in life. She went back to school in her 30s and became a physical therapist and became a registered nurse. And that's how.
Yo, Ethan,
she supported us.
Just real quick, turn up your mic just a little bit. I think they're saying they're having a hard time hearing you. I hear you fine, but
I can hear you fine.
I can hear you good, but you know.
All right, let's
my dad put the pants off me in second grade. No, hold on a second. Let's need some attention. Second grade. That's a good age.
That's the spot on right age. Hey, check this out. This is my cousin right here. His name is He says we used to get a whooping because we touched tools. That was
Dude, don't ever
huge-
touch that 10 millimeter socket, dude. I swear to God,
Huge
it's
no-no.
under your kid.
I'm going to tell you about something that happened when I was a kid with my cousin. I remember seeing this, and it's been with me ever since, and it happened to my cousin.
Yo, I'm sorry, man. You know what? You are right. Let me just take it off because I'm not
Yeah.
ashamed of it.
So check this out. My cousin, when he was younger, which is my other cousin
Platinum.
Zeke's brother,
You're
he
wild.
had this disease where he had like these really bad warts around his body. They
Like
ate,
eczema?
they had like pus and stuff,
Okay.
and he had them everywhere, even like on his ass, right?
Oh shit.
And I remember my uncle getting mad about something so bad that and when it happened, he didn't give a shit about his condition, man. He straight out took his big ass belt off and whooped his ass. And that stuck with me, man, because I was like, damn, dude. I remember we used to come up to our cousin and just touch one of those spots, and it was like, ah. And that one broke my heart, man. No lie. We used to get ass whoopings and chased into my auntie's house. We would go there for safe haven because if we even dared to kick a ball into my grandfather's yard, dude would pull out his saw, his knife, rip the ball in half, throw that shit at us, and start chasing us. No lie. Like we were convicts and he was the sheriff. No lie.
So I don't know about for you guys
Why
as
is
far
this
as
so scary for you?
size wise.
Did nobody else have a bad childhood? Are we therapeutic in here or
Hold on.
what's going on?
Size wise in relation to your parents, are you about the same size as your dad is as an adult?
No, me and my brothers are definitely bigger than my dad now.
By a lot.
Yeah, at least 4 or 6 inches easily.
So I got the milkman's size. So my mom was 5'2". No, my mom was 5'2". My dad was 5'3".
Holy crap.
Freshman year in high school, I was fucking 4'11", bro. 4'11".
He makes fun of me for being short.
I'm 6'1" now, bitch.
Yeah, see.
Bitch, you're like
6'1".
1 inch taller than me. Get the fuck out of
6'1".
here. Like
6'1".
I'm the short guy. I know. I'm sorry.
just
I
never
didn't
knew
mean to
your role.
interrupt your.
But
I'm solo my
size-wise-
role. I'm solo my role. You're the tall guy. I'm my bad.
No, but size wise, when it came to ass whoopings, after a while, like when I got to about my sophomore year of high school, it was really evident my dad wasn't going to be able to beat my ass. I was playing football and just yeah. So my dad would try to go more psychological.
You better have been misspelling beat me up, because if not, you're gonna have to come on here and explain there, Platinum. Like I'm not gonna lie, like you're gonna have to come on here. You got some explaining to do.
I'm sorry if I'm laughing, dude, but it's just
Bro, that was awesome. I'm sorry.
that is some Homer Simpson one-line
Bro,
laughable
that's,
shit.
that's,
I don't.
that's some homeroom receipts.
When he was
like-
at work, he's like, "I told you, my baby beat me up."
But doesn't it?
Yo, listen,
isn't
my
it-
little sister beat
isn't
me
it
up
weird,
one time.
though?
One time. She beat
Oh,
me
I
up
got-
one time.
I got my ass whooped
Let
by
me
my
tell you.
sisters, bro,
Dude,
all the
dude.
time.
You already heard Ethan on this show telling about this sister. But you know what? Let her try it now. You see how big
I
this
still,
dude is?
no, I still wouldn't fuck with my sisters.
This asshole is huge. Like, look at. There's no reason.
I still wouldn't fuck with my sisters.
If I met him in person, I would hug him from the back. No diddy.
So the thing
Because I
about
didn't
me-
know if he'd want to punch me or not. Like,
No, see the thing about me is I'm a large feller, but I'm as even killed. Did I watch this porn?
I think this is becoming porn, dude. We better
I
slow
feel
this
like I've
up.
seen this porn before.
Oh God.
So I'm as even killed as an individual as you're gonna come across.
Dude, if you really gave him that kick, dude, video or didn't happen. I'm sorry. I need to see
Oh
that.
my God.
You see my name? This is. I can't yell.
Grandma's asleep.
This is true right here. This one right here, my cousin. This is true right here. Dude, it was nice. I remember I used to ride that thing, the big wheels. You know, you sit down the three wheeler.
Drifting with the big ring.
Yeah,
Big
dude.
ring.
No lie. He split that shit up, bro.
We
Come over
we
to
lived
visit my
at-
cousin's house. It's nowhere around anymore. That's fucked up.
We were in between halfway houses. We were living at this halfway house, and you go in the backyard and they have this shed of toys. That was when I was introduced to a big green. I was probably like 5 or 6. Man, I love that thing. Bought my daughter one a while back. She used it like twice, and then it said,
You know they make big wheels. You know they make big wheels for adults now, right? Have you guys seen them? You can buy a big wheel for
The
adults
one
now.
the one
No,
I
it's
bought was $4,900.
I was gonna say it's like, dude, that shit's really expensive.
Who
Yeah,
cares,
but
though?
But they also made the slide
Actually-
trikes now, where you put the little
Ethan beat me.
sliding
I heard-
wheels on the
I heard
back.
$13.75.
But here's
But
my
it's
thing
probably
about
not
buying. Here's my thing about buying frivolous stuff as an adult. Obviously, we grew up poor. So
You are
there's little-
also commenting on a bunch of guys with a bunch of belts behind them
But here's what I'm saying though. We grew
and
up poor.
toys. As far as Mendoza,
We grew up poor, so now as an adult, I work a shitty job where I feel like I get beat up by my dad every day, even though it's my boss. So I'm gonna buy the shit that makes me happy.
you know what? You know what, Doza? I feel like we're being personally attacked.
Listen. My mom used to have to pick up.
Are we
Have
okay?
me pick a branch from the damn tree and whoop my ass. You must be from Indiana, because we call them switches over here. Go outside and get you a switch. Go outside and get you a switch and bring a nice one that kind of goes in the air. Because if it don't do that, you're
Dude,
going right back for another one.
nunchucks.
I
Nunchucks.
have this.
It's your
Only way.
ass.
It's the only way, bro.
I have this weird story that I cannot ever recollect a time where my mom beat me or hit me. My
But-
dad, no. So what happened was when I was born, the year I was born, my mother's brother was murdered. Yeah, so the year I was born, my brother's brother was murdered.
Damn.
So she always
okay.
My mom was-
We're gonna
my mom was
stop
one of those-
the music now.
No, my mom's one of those weird, like, Mexicans that like always like superstitious and stuff like that. So she was telling me, she always told me a story about she was laying in bed. I was a little infant under her arm. We were sleeping. And then she said she woke up staring down at herself and seen us on the bed. And she said, but she felt real happy and euphoric, and there was no bad feelings, right?
Yeah.
And she said her brother came to see her. And she was talking to her brother, and she said she didn't want to go. She didn't want to wake up. She didn't want to go back. And he was like, no, it's not your time. It's not your time. And then he pushed her, and then she kind of jolted and woke up. And ever since then, she never I was always the baby. I was always the.
I'm not laughing at you, man. I'm listening
No,
to the
I
whole
know.
thing, but this comment got me right here. Platinum, you're a fool, man. He said my mom told me to get this switch, get a switch. He goes, when I came back with a brush, she started peeling that shit away, and I passed out.
Bro, you can't play with mama, dude. There's no mama games, dude. You can't play mama games, dude. There's
Oh,
no mama
man.
games.
That's
Be
too
scared,
much.
dude. I'm sorry.
Too much.
Everybody makes fun of me for my grandma here, but I'll tell you what, that's pretty much my mom. And we don't
Ass whoopings
don't-
were epic,
tell you
and we
what,
got to see our friends
don't-
getting them.
we don't do when she says something. That shit is law. I don't give a
Granny law.
When y'all see this background change, it's still gonna be the same.
You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
I will.
Are you closer to grandma than mom?
My grandmother is more of my mother
Okay.
than anything that I have.
Yeah. No, that's. See, and that's the thing for me is like, how old's your grandma?
You should never ask a woman's age. She's over 70.
It's-
let's
It's,
just say it
it's
like
pertinent. It's pertinent.
she's over 70. Let's just put it like
See,
that.
and that's what I tell everybody that I know. This man is
Hey, fix
it
your
comes to-
camera because it's focused on your mic.
when it comes to like your grandma, your mom, or whoever you hold in that regard,
Absolutely.
bro. The thing I preface: wake up every fucking morning, whether it's in person or a text message or something. I love
It's
you.
always in person right now.
But it's I love you because there'll come a point, and I hope it never happens to you, but it's gonna happen. It's life.
I say it every damn day.
But wait. For me, it was harder because I had to see my mom. I had to see her every day. But I'd be like, "Hey, mom, how's it going? How you feeling? I missed you today. Who are you? I never had no
Yeah,
son."
Tough.
And so, like, 8 years of that kind of like gives you, it's like a noogie to your soul.
There's an Illinois toy in Chicago.
Oh, we need to eradicate one
God
of them.
damn, I feel privileged. I don't know. what the
Switches
fuck's
go
going
all
on
the
right
way
now.
from Chicago all the way down to Indiana. It's
Bro, I'll-
just a thing. It's a thing.
Yo, is there a Tony State anywhere? Because that's where I need to live.
Mm.
We'll just give you Montana. We'll just call that Tony.
Hey, whoa. All right, you know what? Fine, I'll
Take
accept
it.
that. At least it's not Kentucky.
Right?
Mm.
That's where I would have sex with my sister. And that's
In the
not okay
house.
because I'm white.
Which he's
We've
thought
got
about people.
Stone Cold Steve in the house.
Hey,
What
Stone,
up,
Stone
Steve?
Cold. What's wrong with you? How come you couldn't make Mania?
Where were you at Mania, bro?
You know what?
We
We were
wanted
all-
to see
we
the
all-
glass break.
the glass break. You know what?
And to be fair,
I
I would have been
I'm
way
the
more
most-
happy with the last breaking
Bro,
than the
I don't even
Undertaker.
want to talk to you right now. Don't even want to talk to you because you left us hanging.
Did you guys ever
He
get
did.
the one-liner about it's just gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt
It's
me?
gonna hurt me.
You guys ever get that?
All right, hold on. Can I get into something right now? And
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know if you guys are aware to the actual situation. Roman Reigns, his brother, that was his birthday, the day that he lost the title. And I don't know if anybody caught that little clip when Cody covered him and that smile that came over his face. And he
It was a sigh of relief. It's over.
no, I
The
don't
weight
think it
is
was a
off his
sigh of relief.
shoulders.
Yes, I think it might have been a sigh of
going with
relief.
Mendoza.
I do think one of overall things is that dude. His dad was kind of his dad. And dude, when that smile came over, dude's been over 2 years. Let's just ride this out for just a titch and
Did
see
you
how I
guys
feel.
catch Seth Rollins' eye though? What was up with his eye? Looked like
He
his
was
mama
crying.
dabbed him up a little bit. No,
Right?
dude, that I know crying and I know swollen when I see it.
Yeah.
When
Well,
somebody
it's like
dabs your
fucking-
eye up.
I want Drew knock his ass out. What the fuck you mean?
He
Drew's a big
That's-
dude. I don't know if you've seen
that's-
him or not, but
Seth
bigger
earned,
than us.
but Seth earned, but has earned a lot of flowers. And this WrestleMania, man, that dude worked. That dude just put in fucking work, man. He deserves
he
a break. He deserves a break. Roman deserves a break. I can't wait to see, actually I can't wait to see Roman come back in 6 months. Maybe Rumble time.
yeah, I think he's definitely. Dude, you don't think he's coming back at Backlash to catch a shit?
Real quick, Stone. It didn't work because I'm an Android guy, maybe, and sometimes Apple stuff doesn't work for me. I'm a
Oh
little
shit,
broke.
my bad, bro. My bad.
I'm broke on
My
this end.
My
You know,
bad.
I'm just a normal people over here. I don't have
Man.
Rolexes and
Yeah.
Apple phones. That's
I
all
Yes,
it is.
thought I knew you. I thought you were
Yeah.
names were Apple.
But I'll
Hold on
tell
a
you
second
what I
there.
did like, and I'm not sorry for saying
Tell me,
this.
tell me one thing right now. I want to vote by
Real quick,
finger.
real quick.
I want to vote. I want to vote by ones. Who thinks Roman Reigns is coming back to win it again?
Oh, he is. He's gonna give him a few months. But listen, I'm gonna say this, and I don't feel bad about saying it. I felt good seeing Roman walk up that ramp, head down. Everybody was passing him up on the way down to the ramp, wasn't even acknowledging him. And then when he finally got to Paul Heyman, he broke down like a bitch and started crying. I just love it. That was a good part for me. And some people are gonna say that's messed up because he probably remembered that his brother Rosie passed away, and that was very near and dear to him. But nonetheless, as strong as he always made himself out to be and everything in front of the cameras and the way he talks and walks and all, that was a big breakdown for him.
1,316 days, gentlemen.
Look, at the end of the day, Roman's gonna be fine.
He's gonna be fine. It's a
All he
storyline,
needs to be
guys.
fine.
Don't forget, it's a storyline.
It's a storyline.
And Hogan,
Yeah, it is.
Hogan's run is still intact, baby.
Because Roman didn't deserve Hogan's run.
He really did not.
Hogan carried the company from the 80s.
Seth had 57 defenses. In the 3-year run that Roman had, he had the same amount almost of defenses. I think it was 53 to 57. Come
But
on.
how many of those are clean?
Exactly. How many of those were clean? You know what I mean?
So again, I'm jumping off the feeling bad for Roman or anything like that. He got his love. He got his cement, his legacy, and everything like that. It's gonna be fine. I hope he kicks his leukemia. That's one thing. That's past wrestling. That's something that's
100%.
far beyond wrestling. So let him get that stuff in order. We'll see him somewhere around Royal Rumble time.
He's already training. He already put a video up and he put a little smirk on his face while doing it. So they got shit in the plans. They have plans. Definitely gonna enjoy watching the Drew
But
McIntyre.
dude, isn't that so much more refreshing than a continuous,
The air is different now.
always knowing the result? Like, come on, dude. Wrestling gets boring when you always know the result.
Even
Am I
Hogan,
wrong? Am I
even
wrong?
Hogan lost the title and won it back. Even Triple H lost the title, won it back. The
Ric
Rock
Flair
lost the title, won
is
it back.
16-time
60 times.
heavyweight champ. 16 time
That's why
heavyweight
I was
champion
always.
of the fucking world. You gonna tell me
That's why I was always an Intercontinental
Bob Wood-
champion.
with Roman Reigns dropping the belt?
I was always an Intercontinental champion over a world champion because growing up, you have Hogan go his long run. Then might drop it to Macho, but then get it back, and then Hogan goes long run.
Yeah.
So the Intercontinental champion, man, had so many people.
I just don't
great
like
people.
the design, man.
See, the thing
Look-
is, this is what
looks
we've always
shitty.
said about wrestling. That
There's a guy wearing a bathrobe and a belt around his neck. Say the Intercontinental champion.
What belt?
Take him off. Take him off stage. Just boot him. This is podcast number 4. He just got booted from. This man gonna talk shit about the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, he just got booted.
I just told you that was my favorite championship, but I'll give you a little favor in the meantime. That's HD, bitch. That's HD
Welcome.
from Mendoza fucking Craft. So listen,
Welcome to-
if you
welcome
don't,
to 2018.
well, guess what? Sounds like your little belts over there ain't meaning like shit because this motherfucker's hot. Like it makes me sweat. I gotta calm down real quick. I gotta take off the robe and everything.
What was that, Tony Martello? Change his name.
I'm sorry.
Tony
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, but I had some I had some hot, fresh steel around my neck. I don't know what the fuck you're talking.
See, the thing
Looks
with
like you got some
wrestling,
shit in the background. You gotta you got it in the case. I got
Check
other
it
hot
out.
shit back there, but I'm just gonna leave it back there because I don't want to touch it.
Hold on.
I'm already getting
for me,
hot.
this is why the run for me, as far as Roman goes, and this goes through movies, comic books, wrestling, anything for me, that the hero's only as good as the villain is going to make him. But when you always have the villain up on top, you're going to always burn out interest. For me, there was no interest. I don't know how many pay-per-views there were that I would see all the matches, but didn't even watch Roman's match because I was like, I already know the outcome. I know that it's not even worth watching because I already know the outcome. He's gonna win. I'll hear it on Facebook tomorrow. I'll catch up with it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't worth it to me. I wasn't invested in it until Cody popped up, and then I was like full on invested in that. Oh God,
Like
here
we
we
all
go.
are.
So the hero's only as good as the villain. You know what I mean? He has to have somebody there. So I didn't mind that Slaughter beat Warrior. I didn't mind that he would beat anybody else. Zeus, when Hogan fought Zeus, it was a challenge, you know, but we all wanted to see it. You know what I mean? Andre, as big as he was and never needed the title, he had to lose to Hogan.
Tell me, Macho didn't unload on Warrior with that fucking scepter. That
Yeah.
scepter shot was a fucking home run derby.
Yeah, it was, man.
Which one, Joey? Are you talking about Mendoza?
Tony's. He's talking about Mendoza's. Not Mendoza, Tony's, Leonidas. He wants to pick it apart. And
Yeah,
Michael, you're right.
Things
Too
get heavy
predictable.
after a while. It's like couldn't wear the one over my shoulders. Thanks, sir. But you know, it's waiting for Tony to come back patiently.
Mm.
Do
We're gonna see.
do.
Did a bottle of lotion? Did I hear a bottle of lotion pop? Did
I think he
lotion
did.
pop open? Maybe. Not sure.
But anyways, like I said, let me get some of these belts off my head. I love my Winged Eagles. Never gonna not love my Winged Eagles.
Winged Eagle is timeless. Period. It will, for me at least, it will never go out of style. It's too damn classy, too damn nice.
Oh, Joey, hi. Welcome Wednesday.
It's sought after more than any other belt, I think. The big gold for me comes close, but not close enough.
Actually, none. If I had to pick a favorite that I wasn't going to get rid of my collection, it's going to be my yellow IC. Second would be this one right here, though. It's got the AJ Giddings leather. Spectacular.
He did. That hurt me when that thing hit. It hurt. It
Tony,
hurt.
when he sees this, let's see if he'll.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Me
there
like
you go.
it.
There you go, Tony.
I've seen it. You know what? I like it, but
No, I just
I wish they would have done it into the
trying to
tape.
do this.
They
I know.
did the second
I
version.
already say Joey.
This is one of one.
And I was like, you know what?
This is just one of one. The second one they did in
Joey won't even let me in.
molded into.
Mm.
I'm not gonna go get more belts. I got into Waz. Smoking Skull over there. I got a Classic Shields Big Eagle. I got a Classic Shields dual plated tag. I got a Classic Shields gold tag. Classic Shields Intercontinental Championship. Yellow leather.
Yo, the yellow IC is 6. I'm not gonna lie.
It's very
I
That-
need a white one. I need a white one though, bro. I've never owned a white one.
goes now.
You know what, man? I have a white one upstairs. I think that one. Well, I don't. It's my wife's. It's her, Shawn Michaels white IC. But I hate doing white straps. I hate
What did Joey-
knowing somebody
Joey
wants
say?
it.
What did Joey say before I sent off here?
1 sec. Because I know that strap gets so dirty. It's the one that cracks the fastest. It's just, I hate doing white straps.
Most colored straps I don't touch. I just put in the case.
You said
And-
you said you have a very nice, better paint for me.
It's all gonna eventually crack. That's the
They all,
thing.
no matter how good the quality
I know
is.
they will, but if you leave it alone, just hanging or
Oh no, it'll be
like that.
fine. It'll be fine.
Alright.
But if you, the more you play
fold
with
it.
it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wrestle.
Hmm.
But
But we
I got
know there's a lot of people that will not leave them alone.
this right here. These
Where's your
both
$1,200 big
for-
gold?
for sale. This don't worry about that. That ain't going nowhere. You ain't getting it. But these two, ORM and Mendoza Crafts.
How's the leather
We're
on the gold scratch?
Bro, it's fucking ORM. Are you serious?
No, because he had a period where a lot
No,
of the stuff peeled.
No, it's not. Then it wasn't during that. It's fucking on fire. Dude, the stamping is deep. The beveling is good. The burnishing is perfect. Honestly, Mendoza will have control of these in about
Love you,
like.
Joey.
Go ahead, keep snoring. I don't give a fuck what you say. But I'm just saying.
Yes, I know it's your belt. I know.
The
But I'm the guy that's gonna customize it, so you better chill out.
wait, whose belt was this?
I'm just a little hungry. I'm in the mood for a hot dog or something. I don't know.
A little parched.
Oh
you
shit,
know?
we're over an hour and a half. Or over
Hour
an
and a
hour,
half,
2
or an
minutes.
hour and 2 minutes.
Sorry, I'm dyslexic right now. Go on, do it. Take us out of here so that we don't have to worry about no more bullshit. Hey, Mendoza. He's be to you by Friday, baby.
Lavender, you know what? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the pigment, the paint, or whatever they use. The lavender, for some reason, lasts a lot longer. I had a tip from a guy overseas. I spoke to him, and what he does is he takes the paint, because these paints are water-based. They're enamel, but they're water-based enamel. So what this guy told me to do was thin the first coat out, thin it out as much as I can. When I say as much as I can, I don't mean make it transparent. I mean as best as you can, where it still has its properties, and coat the belt so that it has somewhat of a chance to soak into the leather a little bit and has a better
Yeah,
grip.
that makes
of it.
sense.
And then after that, thicken it up a little, give it another coat, thicken it up a little, give it another coat until you're up to the color you desired, which makes sense to me because whenever I've tried samples of other paints like that, it cracks. Plus, there is an edge coat they use that I wasn't using before, that the color's right on the money and it's rubberized. That way, it doesn't crack on the edges as quick.
Should that be the 99, Joey, or is it the 2K's right one?
I think it should have been the 99, but I think
That's the all gold one.
that's what me and Joey talked about the first time. So no,
That one
it's
should
not
have
going to be your
paint,
best
right?
one, but I tell you what, if you want it to feel right,
I got $200 on that ORM.
That should have paint on it,
then
right?
You can keep it. No offense,
2K,
but
2K is
Dude,
supposed to be
get-
painted 99.
listen, we can fix it however you want, but I'm sorry, that's not what I paid. You're not getting it. Ain't no $200.
Japan has its badass edge coating for leather.
Yeah, I know they are. They are.
I've looked up a lot
No,
of their products,
give-
man.
give-
They're pretty
give-
damn good.
Give Joe
But,
his comment. In the beginning, yeah, they were. It's all kind of like mismatched. But Joey told me that there's a difference between the ones that are scratched and painted and the logo plates and what time eras each came from. And to be honest with you, that's one thing that I can't say about ORM is I got their artwork right on every single thing. That's why you got some asshole in the background like, oh, our version 17.
Mm.
So I'm giving Joey,
Okay.
yeah, you're right. They're not made for this.
Well,
Don't damage my goddamn cell, Joey.
$200, Joey.
mm.
If you both come up with $200 together, I might consider it.
Ooh,
Y'all can split it. I mean, you're brothers, right?
ooh.
I'll go 201.
I'll go, dude, I'll go 450. Lowest I can do. Sorry. Better than
Nope.
most of the leather that you have on your belt. So,
Mm.
and it's not even
Yeah.
Mendoza, but I do have one that we're talking about, and that needs
My
to go out.
AJ, my
pretty
AJ,
soon.
my AJ Giddings and Romeo Anderson suck ass.
Oh, you're being sarcastic. Okay, we're being sarcastic.
Mm.
All right, let's do that. Let's ride that out. Listen, talk to me before talk to me before the end of the week because I gotta ship some shit out to Mendoza.
Are you shipping tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Probably about 3
All right,
o'clock.
I'll send you tomorrow. I'll send you.
So-
Then.
Get in the group chat.
Oh.
He's gonna be sending me $100. Like, yo, send me everything you got.
Mm.
Yo, send me that Wayne Ingle too, because I deserve it.
Mm.
That's what he's gonna be doing.
Speaking of that,
He's muted.
guys,
If you got good quips, you're muted.
I did tell you I got a pretty good hookup on an HD plate maker, right?
Yes.
Things are about to change pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Is it a new era?
I'm definitely gonna make myself a Cody Rhodes belt.
Yeah, I know. I saw something.
wanna
about
do
that on a page.
Can he do a custom?
Oh yeah.
I was wondering what
Yeah.
kind of custom he could do though.
Oh, I saw him
custom are you
do
gonna get
he showed me some plates he's doing for somebody. It's custom HD. Whew. Nice. Very, very
I don't want
nice.
it. I don't want it painted. I'm gonna paint it myself.
Okay.
I just want the plates done.
I ordered some syringes, special syringes for painting areas.
I got them.
I
Yep.
did see
Man.
that.
I love them.
Holy
all my
crap.
sisters painting them.
Holy
You know-
crap. World of a difference, man.
In all honesty, Ethan, can I please send you my winged eagle to repaint? No, I mean, like this one that I'm gonna send him. Like, all right, we're gonna let you in on some
Send
secrets.
me pictures. Send me pictures.
I'm
of what-
gonna send him the belt that he painted. And when I looked at it and I was really in depth and I was having it in my hands and I was looking at it with my eyes, like, holy fuck, dude, this is really good. This isn't how it was. Ethan is one hell of a fucking painter, and this is coming
I
from
enjoy
him.
painting. I enjoy painting.
So Ethan, if we get this this United States on Mendoza's title done, so you could raise
Just put
it
it in the
high in
box.
the air. Can I put it in the box and you just take care of me and just tell me how much? Just count.
I'm not gonna
calculate
charge.
the
I'm
time?
not gonna charge you. I'm not gonna charge you. That's something I fucking enjoy doing.
All right. Well, I need some stuff tightened up. That's
I
it.
just want to go.
Tighten
I
up the
want
paint.
to.
It's perfect.
I want to address this real quick before. Let me see before we lose this comment right here because I have both of these gentlemen on here. He says Stone Cold says I'm gonna need to make some orders really soon. Money Inc. tag is next on my list along with a smoking skull. Now listen, my boy Michael Nelson is watching. you might want to hook up with him. He has some HD smoking skull plates with me at the moment. He's no longer gonna do the strap, but you guys should hook up, talk prices, because he's got some nice HD plates. You want a smoking skull? Hit each other up, because he might give you a hookup price on that. Who knows? But talk to each other. Michael Nelson. Hit
Talking
him up.
about me?
No. I was talking to Stone
The
Cold
comment.
there on the comment. As far as the Money Inc., I got mine done by Leon Nas. Plates are fabulous. Fabulous. I gotta say though, his etching, because I did get him SD, and even though it's shallow, they're very clean, super clean. For my personal collection, I don't always want to fiddle with the leather. I hardly have time for sometimes the amount of leather work I take in. So usually when I want to trust somebody to do the leather and I don't want to fiddle with it, I go to Leonas. He does pretty damn good leather. He does it pretty nice. It's just, it's stiffer than I would like it to be, so I always have to condition it for a while. But man, I got my it was SD on leather, and I think I picked it up for $650 from him. Damn nice money he made for me. Hey, I'll tell you what, Vinny, I literally shot the color on today. Not to toot my own horn, but I think every time I get my hands on, and like right before I started yours, I did 3 crumb rinds. Just so I'm perfecting my skill a little bit more and more and more. But by the time I got to yours, brother, those edges, the strap, the leather thickness, the oiling, the color I shot today on it, awesome. Tomorrow I'll put the sealer on it. I'm going to punch all the holes in for the hand stitching. Man, no lie, it's coming out nice. And that's not to toot my own horn. It's coming out very, very nice, man. This is probably going to be, to date, the best crumb rind I've done. You guys, if you go to my page, you guys can see the crumb rind send out straps I've been doing. I got a guy waiting for a what I call my own little flavor on things. I call it the tobacco strap. So it's the brown with the black edges, where I soften out that black edge all the way around. I airbrush it in. People seem to like that. So, but Vinny, it's coming out beautiful, brother. It really is. And that's not just because I'm doing it. It's coming out really, really nice. Yeah, I know how you feel, man. And that's what people don't understand. It doesn't matter if it's WE, the W, the FWF. We just really like to see that WF on everything. And it's nothing against WW Shop, whether you like boots or not. But when you want to see that WF on there, you got to go with who you got to go. Yeah, you know, I have been keeping my eye on him. We've been inboxing each other quite a bit. Same thing with the Rocha belts, same thing with other makers. And I'll sit there for like almost 2-3 hours messaging these guys and trying to get through the language barrier and understanding things. And it gets exhausting sending them pictures of the tools I have, what they need. I have to even do short videos for them and show them exactly how I use the tools. So I'm not trying to say I'm changing the game, but I'm definitely trying to steer it in a better direction with some of these makers. So sometimes I think everybody has seen how some of these makers have improved their leather in the last 6 months. In the last 6 months. So I think everybody has seen that by now. And I don't want to say I made that happen, but I do want to say that I think I've contributed a lot to that, man, to be honest. And no kidding, brother. It does Aliyah Nas does have good stuff, brother.
I got better.
Oh, Michael, you just got the Chrome right, brother. Nice.
Oh, dude. Yo, you gotta post pictures of that thing.
He does. I really want to see it on the place, brother, because that one went all the way to Hawaii. I'm gonna love seeing that.
Yo,
man, once it's installed.
put up Kevin's post right now. Because he had like almost all of WrestleMania right. It looks like a walnut hardwood floor that you did to a strap. Yo, dude,
Oh, thank you,
honestly,
brother.
I could not put it in the better words. Dude, I like this guy. Kevin, my dude.
Yeah. I think of everybody that has kind of put up certain things on their groups, no lie, I think that Arocha is the only one actually buying American grade leather. I've seen pictures of these guys, these makers,
Are they?
put up pictures of them buying leather. Oh, I have American leather. They're just trying to fool people. But I can look at a piece of leather and tell you, oh, that's Brazilian. That is from Euro. This is Pakistan. And this is American. I can straight up tell, man. A trained eye, you can't lie to a trained eye. And what I've seen from Arocha, when you get his upgraded leather, you are actually getting American veg tan leather on that. No lie. No lie.
So when do we stop the whole upgrading and just make it standard? Like no camel shit, no bullshit. Just
Well, can you stop
same
me
thing
howling my
across-
belt?
across
I
the
don't
board.
think you're going to stop that because they need their angles to make their
I'm
money.
sorry.
It's already paid for. I just sent it. It's already paid for.
No, you did not. Did you really just now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just put it down real quick.
Did that thing
Yeah.
get softer?
Yo, I
You've been
I
playing with
shit
that.
you not, dude. It smells just like a thick leather jacket. It still smells. You know what my
Dude, you've
Never
been
mind.
playing with
I'm
that
not
because
even
I
gonna-
just saw it go really limp and soft.
Confirm payment.
Dude, you've been playing with that. Just for everybody to know, I like my belts to be semi stiff or semi
You know what's
soft.
fucked up is that he just sent this to me to improve
'Cause I like it,
and then
display it.
He's gonna go ahead and just fucking just enjoy it now.
Did he just pay for that?
Hold on. It's on camera. I gotta confirm.
I'm
just trying to get my last sniffs. I'm sorry. It smells so good.
Are you about to tell me that he got your PlayStation 4 too?
No, dude, that's yours. I told you that was yours. Why are you involving all of our fucking private secrets? I swear to God, I'm gonna talk to you like I talked to Joey last week.
Because there's no better time than now. And what proves it is this
Dude,
man
if
down
my-
here just
if
sending
my-
payment for
if
the
my
belt.
friggin' camera would work if my it's not even coming up there. It's just buffering. I have no doubt that
Damn
this
it.
thing needs to be packed up as well as the rest of these belts and be sent out.
You knew I was looking for a US.
Well, you fucking lose, asshole. You just created the leather. You didn't fucking sell me the belt or you didn't paint it. This is a goat milk project.
You're a dick.
I just want to smell it though.
Hey,
It smells like
you're,
goat.
you're sniffing private property now. Hands off.
Hey now.
you,
No, I honestly I don't know what the hell's going on with my
you're sniffing his skin. You better stop.
that's my
his
skin right now.
No,
I haven't got
you're-
confirmation.
You've got your hands on his
it's my
skin.
skin.
Oh, I gotta log in. I gotta log in again. Yo, is it change?
Yo, guys,
Log-
if anybody, I'll mention this now. If anybody's not in
Guys,
the group, and if you guys
guys,
want to get on there,
Guys, I have lost this belt.
do you not
officially-
see Ethan's look on his face from the
Officially,
moment he said it? You should have known.
this is not me no more. This belongs to the new United States heavyweight champion of the world, Ethan Thomas.
No. I want you to imitate Amanda Amanda,
I
and
can't-
say
I
it
can't-
with a shaky
dude,
voice.
I can't get that loud. I can't get that loud.
Damn.
I-
Just
Try to do
like that,
Hey,
Ethan?
listen,
you just swept it up.
bro. I'm sorry. You should have been quicker on the budget. You gotta be quicker than that. Like,
The thing is,
about
I got so much equipment to buy right now.
you know what's
I'm
fucking
literally
crazy?
about to invest, no lie, guys, right now in the leather game.
He's got the
I don't know if other leather guys
best
do this.
belt. Dude, it looks just like it should look.
Guys, I'm about to invest like 5 G's into like leather equipment. Just because I want it to look better for the people. But I'm not going to get that money back soon, anytime.
Dude, look at the burn.
Hey,
Look,
yeah,
dude,
but-
look at the burnishing on this bitch.
Stay tuned. Review coming. Mendoza Leathers, first one. First one.
I had to improve Ethan's belt for him before he would accept it as his own. But I'll tell you what, it's better than any of them CS shits that he's got. Guarantee you.
Yes.
Guarantee you. Bet money. Bet
I
money.
like- I
I want
like
$50 more if you say it's better than the classic shields.
listen,
One
I like
time
my
on the
leather. I like my leather at half stiffy. I don't want it flaccid laying on itself, and I don't want it too stiff
No,
upright.
I just want to know
Or it's
why
not
my,
flexible.
my winged eagle doesn't smell like this.
Yeah, what about that scratch on the main plate?
No, I just want to talk about your garbage bags that you're packing with. Stop it. Because this thing's, dude,
Yeah, Vinny.
that's the only reason.
I'm gonna get that stitch machine, and it's about $2,200. Buy just the stitch machine.
This is literally getting boxed up with the rest of
It's
the stuff.
it's
You're gonna
no
see
joke.
two new belts up there next week because it's all like
Two new
this right here though.
yeah, stitch. I gotta get it, Vinny. I gotta get it.
Snap test.
But somehow, some way, I'll make all the equipment pay for itself. I'll start doing keychains, hats, badges, shoulder patches. I don't know. I gotta come up with ideas. I gotta get the stuff paid. I gotta get it paid. I don't know.
Yeah.
That one's out the door. Those two are out. Everything I've showed on my shoulder.
I mean, that's buying a belt's a good way to end the
You know,
show. Just throw that out there.
You know, it's amazing, Joey, that you think that that's my first one. Because I have more. Actually, that would be my first one. And that one are both going to Ethan because you're going to probably buy them.
Joey, I didn't say this till now, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I swear, I didn't even. When you were selling that US Ivory leather, it hurt me a little bit because it was one of the nice leathers that I've done before. And I was like, damn, when that belt left, there's very few belts. When there's some belts that leave here and I go, damn, this was nice. I wish it was a keeper. That belt was a keeper. I don't know who you ended up selling it to, but I wish I wasn't as broke as I was when you put it up for sale. I could have had that belt back because it felt like I needed to be back here at home, to be honest. I don't have a US belt 5-plater. It was a good belt. That was a nice belt, man. Very nice leather on that one. Crap. Sucks not to have money at the right time in the right place.
Out of the two belts that I'm sending you, you're going to watch your own back. Just saying. Mendoza leather, man.
I'm gonna Michael, you know what the funny thing is about leather, that it's always going to be mixed feelings, and the reason for that is because no two pieces of leather are alike. They can be kind of similar, but they're never the same. It's a different cow, literally a different cow every time. Some leather's softer, some is stiffer. You do whatever you can to soften them up and work with them. Some tool up really nice. Some are very hard to tool. They don't have the same characteristics between one leather and the other. Even on one cow, one side of it can be manageable and the other side can be a little more difficult. I don't know why. That's just the nature of what it is. You know what I mean? That's a lot like our hands. The skin on our hands is very tough and the one on our forearms is a lot thinner. I don't know.
What belt?
400. Oh God.
What belt?
That US belt that I relented for him. Holy shit, 400. Are you kidding me?
Listen,
That
no
hurt.
offense.
I didn't even know the price, but that hurt a little more.
I didn't
Hang on.
tell you the damn price, but listen, just know Ethan's family. And Ethan gets family discounts. So Ethan will get whatever it takes to keep it in the family. I got two brothers over here. There's one on the bottom with a gun showing. Apparently he's not culture shock no more.
He went to go grab an AJ Giddings.
I like that gun though. That gun is worth way more than AJ Gilling's fucking leather. Come on.
That's that gun's a $2,000 gun.
Yeah, that gun's worth way more than leather.
I'm like that too, dude. Any belt I do, if I make a belt for me, it's going nowhere. It stays here. It stays for me. Michael's totally opposite. He said I've sold so many.
You know, dude, the market is so hard right now. I'm not gonna be. To be honest,
and that's a keeper. And that's a keeper, Joey.
You don't lose.
It's a damn beautiful belt.
To be one thing, number one, I'm sorry. If you think you can get a belt on Mendoza leather for $300, $400, you're out of your damn mind. No offense, but you're gonna buy the belt. You're gonna call Mendoza. You're gonna pay the extra money. You're gonna pay for a whole nother belt, and then you're gonna have a complete belt. And we're gonna talk about what Ethan's family discount was. We're not gonna talk about that because that's none of your business. That's part of the financial shut the F up thing.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
Listen, I'm just telling you, Mendoza's leather is worth as much as what you just said for that belt. That's what you're paying for.
Okay.
So get your own plates. Punch,
leather is not cheap.
Punch your own plates, boy.
Leather just went up a whole buttload. I'm doing a smoking skull belt. I quoted it for what I've done other smoking skull belts for. The leather, when I went back to purchase the leather, the snakeskin backing, holy shit.
Ethan?
That leather went up $50 more from the last time I ordered it. So leather's not getting cheaper.
Not yet, Kevin.
What are we talking about here?
Oh, that's from Nawaz?
Something I got in the works.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Is it from Nawaz or somebody else?
Somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Bro, the first smoking skull I had Mendoza do altogether purchase was 500, sold it for 800. Leather is crazy. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm sorry. Like, dude, you keep.
Not to toot
dude,
my horn,
I have. Shut up! Don't toot your horn. I'm gonna tell you, I have ORM. I've never had classic shields, but I hear ORM is better than classic shields at a certain point. What I will say, hey, what's up, Jim? Fuck you been at?
Jimmy boy.
Jimmy just woke up from his afternoon open mouth old man nap. But I'm telling you right now, there's no one that doesn't. I got two of these right here.
Yo, Tony.
That's RM.
Tony. Same
thing upstairs.
I asked Jim what he thought about my leather, and he said, well, that's the new one, guys. That's the new one. Paul Heyman's badass.
Sorry, I thought about it. I'm gonna tell you that your leather is. The rest of the stash is in the car.
Stone Cold says, first smoking skull I had was a Loomis, and it was awful. I have heard stuff like that about Loomis, Plates, he makes a damn good quality work. He does damn good quality on his plates. But I have heard some stuff about his leather.
What I say? You know, I got made fun of on a certain podcast, but bro, just touch it. Just touch the shit. It's, you know,
guys, I'll tell you what. Okay, Joey says Classic Shields is better than RM with the leather. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that, to be honest. I don't know.
Joey, what?
I have
Are you
had classic.
serious?
Listen, I have had Classic
All right,
Shields
dude.
here, and I have had RM leather come through here. I think out of both of those, I've only looked at some of the RM belts and gone, what the fuck? What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with this leather. Why do they want? And I'll admit this, RM does way better leather than I do. And sometimes I look at it and go, why would they want to? And that's just me being honest. Why do
Dude,
they want
I
to
don't-
downgrade and have me do the leather on this silver?
Depends what you want, my brother.
I know there's specifics, and it's cheaper to have it done to me than send it all the way over to Pakistan and all that shit. I get that. But sometimes, man, I've looked at that RM stuff and gone, damn. Like, seriously, like, what?
Could if I want, but I don't. You see all that thing when I was watching your reviews and stuff. I don't really feel like, dude. You should see this fucking Winged Eagle in person. I swear to God, you might be like,
I
what
haven't.
the fuck am I
I'll be-
spending all this goddamn money on all this time?
I'll be honest,
Sorry, dude. It's
and no
smoking.
lie, because this is probably the
Smoking.
most
I can't
recent.
find a thing wrong with it.
The most
That's one
recent
thing.
leather I've seen from Classic Shields, not held, but seen, has to be Matt Panetta's Winged Eagle. And I gotta say, that looked pretty damn perfect to me.
I mean,
I have not held a Classic Shields belt that somebody has had done in the last 6 months, put it that way. So I can't. I've held more RMs come through here than Classic Shields, and not because RM is worse than Classic Shields and they want it releathered. I think that Classic Shields over time has held a higher value, so people are more likely not to touch that, leave it alone. Even my partner has said
Right.
before, if you want a belt that is well-rounded all the way around, and you just don't want to mess with a belt, Classic Shields, from their finish to their plates to their leather, all around, it's a damn good belt. So I think that's what it is, you know. But I have seen
okay,
some.
so give me 1 second here, because I want to address my counterpart that always he likes to bust my balls. I have heard that Classic Shields has upgraded their leather, and I have seen videos up since 2022, not 2002. So
I don't think I've
I
held
will say
a belt.
I've heard that their leather has improved. I hear it's the best. That's what I've heard. But to be honest with you, I just call my boy to my left, and all he has to do is that's what he does. Every time I call him, he's like, I'm cooking. And then all of a sudden a belt shows up.
Hey, now that you say that, just real quick, let me stop real quick. Guys, this is fucking annoying. It's part of the game, but it's annoying. He literally called me earlier. In the middle of the call, I was working on some plates. I was grinding down some plates and some studs.
Too fucking loud.
Please talk to your makers. Have them start properly welding your hardware to your fucking plates. Have them properly put on
Who made
Chicago
those
style mounting screws to your plates, please.
Blow them up.
You need
Blow 'em up.
to
Blow 'em
push
up.
that. Push it. You need to force them to start using that system. Weld it. We got a guy out here that's nowhere close to RM or Classic Shields. His name is Jagu Jan. Doing Chicago style shop screw system welded solid to the back of his plates with zero problems to this day with it. But I've had problems with RM, Classic Shields. I've had problems with Alianas. All that shit snapping off. I'm telling you guys.
Hey,
You need to
how's this-
force these guys to make a move in the industry. Tell them, hey, you're gonna make these plates for me. I need you to weld the system in the back of that
Why don't you
Chicago screw style.
bring up some pictures that you sent me?
Let me send you a picture from my inbox there so you can share it on the screen real quick, okay? Because this is what
Put it right up in the chat and bring it right up.
okay. And when
But
I need
Joey,
the Chicago screws,
Joey, no offense, but there is. All right, I'll leave it to the maker.
I sent you.
Hey,
I sent
hey,
you the pictures.
Hey, Doza, tell Joey how many things are wrong with the belt that I just showed off. Tell me how many things. Go on, you tell him. I can't tell him. He don't listen. Go on, tell him what's wrong with my winged eagle. Tell him.
Honestly,
time.
honestly, there isn't really anything wrong with your plates. There's nothing wrong with the leather. And for the price, there's minute things on there that you can change, but you would have to pay you would probably pay $700 to $900 more just to get those little details done, where like 90% of these collectors wouldn't recognize, and you can live with it. Honestly, like you still got HD, you still got 4mm, you still got 24 real carat plating. All your plates are curved. You got thick sidebars. You got American leather.
Well, Joey.
For under, dare I say, 900? Dare I say under 850?
Why don't you,
You know what I
shut
mean?
the fuck up, all right? Why don't you stop
One-
telling somebody
one
before you
piece
start
tip.
losing money out of your own
Dare
fucking pocket?
I say under? Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. But
You're cutting
Yeah.
yourself off, dude. You're cutting yourself off.
but
bro.
you know what I'm saying though. I'm just saying,
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
guys. You guys need to push.
Will I?
If things, just give me a second here, Tony. I never tell you to do this, but give me a minute. Let me just vent a little bit. This industry with these makers doesn't change because the change literally starts here. If we do not ask and push and preach these things to these makers and crash and crush this language barrier and get them to understand what we really need, what we really want, the shape of banners, the direction of wrestlers or grapplers on plates, the thickness, the curvature, the everything. If we do not do this, the mounting points, how they want them. I've seen so many plates, even from Classic Shields and RM, where the mounting screws are all cocked one way higher than the other, sideways, nothing centered off. How hard is it to hold a goddamn screw to the center and torch that bitch and solder that fucker onto the back and weld it? It's not that difficult. Come on.
I mean, if you're gonna do it with a post, you might as well do it with a Chicago screw. It makes it better. And
I
easier.
get these plates from Jagu Jan. I punch my holes when it's time to mount these fucking plates. I put them on the leather, screw the screw in with some Loctite. I'm done. Everybody else, I'm sitting there filing, grinding, cutting off the back bolts. It's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. And
Dude,
thank
I'm
God
uploading
I'm
it
turning a
right now.
Rocha belt onto this system. Rocha is already starting to do it. But we have to push for those things and let these makers know you're not going to get my business unless these things are going this way. You guys got to do it. Stop paying for a fucking belt in full with these makers. Give them a small deposit. When you see results, then maybe you give a little more. But this has to happen. It starts with us, not with them. There is a cause and an effect to everything. We have to cause it to happen, so it takes effect on them, and we have to change the hobby this way. We created the monsters that are over there. It's not their fault, man. We created the monsters over there. This is right here. These are plates I'm correcting right now, the mounting. Chopped off all the damn screws on the back because they were snapping off. And now I'm putting Chicago screw systems. Look how much more surface is grabbing onto the plate, securing
There's more, ladies and gentlemen, but this is the only one that I'm going to load up right now.
And then the screw goes right from the back to the, just like a shot belt. And then you got nothing to grind off. It's a beautiful, nice round surface that the leather can cover over.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is every plate. I have all pictures of every single plate off of this belt. Guys, just do. Can we go CM Punk on these screws?
Dude.
Can we go CM Punk screws? What are we doing? Like, dude, you know what happens when your leather, even if you have to grind that thing down just a little bit, like the receiving end, and even maybe a little bit of the screw, does that not make your belt, the backing, look smoother with every bolt?
And that's okay, Dylan. I invite anybody, and I apologize to anybody if it takes long for me to get to you guys. I used to be able to just answer anybody on the fly, but now I have a lot of people reaching out to me on different platforms, and it's getting a little more difficult. Sometimes I scroll and I miss, but I try to go back as much as I can. Kevin O'Keefe says, yeah, Antonio, you know, the second we asked them to do a Chicago system is the second they try to jack up the price for the belts. But honestly, no.
Come on. Why?
Why? Aliyah Nas tried to pull that shit on me, and I told him like this. Oh, you can't do Chicago screws? Okay, that's okay. Not a problem, dude. I got a maker I can go to. What did he do? Bro, don't worry. I do for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. He literally told me, haha, I was just kidding. No problem. I do for you. So guys, don't be afraid to kick their ass to the side. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to do that.
Hey, acknowledge your goddamn grandpa. It is time for us to make a stand as purchasers of these damn belts. Because, dude, if you don't, we are screwed. Yeah. We are done, dude.
And this is a good point that Joe is making. He says, if you're happy with the belt, that's all that matters. That is very true. We all have a budget. But we're always going to push for the max we can get out of that budget, right? And then he says, my issues is you have people that will say that that it is the same level as Classic Shields or Nawaz or Anaz. That is a whole other different thing because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, honestly.
I will tell you one thing right now. You know what? This makes me feel like I have to get this belt.
And here's the thing.
I can tell you that it's not as good.
I'm going to tell you, I've known guys sending me stuff for Releather where they're like, you know what? I kept upgrading to belts, but once I got to RM or Classic Shields, they really didn't see that big of a difference. It has to be a huge step up of a difference for them to justify saying they felt good about paying an extra $800 to a G for that belt. And for some people, I get it. It's the gold standard. You know what I mean? When I first started this hobby, I wanted to own the Classic Shields. I wanted to own an RM. Now, not so much. It's really not that big of a deal to me anymore. That's just my take. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, Vinny, and I get you, man. But again, it all comes down to communication. I've seen a lot of guys get HD belts from certain makers. I'm not going to name them. I'm not here to hurt anybody's feelings. But they get the cut of the plate wrong. The banner, the world banner is not the right shape. Things like that. But with communication, things can get better. You know what I mean? I've certainly done it.
Well, listen. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you want to make a stance and you want to tell them that we're gonna change this HD game, then I think it's a little bit time for you to start telling people who doesn't listen. Because, dude, we know what we went through with mine and the extent that it took to make it perfect. We had to change plates. We had to change relief banners. We had to change so much stuff with this one maker, and it took a lot longer than it should have.
I put him
did
through
not
hell.
take that.
I
know
put
you
him through
did.
hell.
I know you did. I know you did.
He made 3
What
sets
I'm
of plates, bro. HD. I put him through hell.
That's crazy, bro. Just to get this
Yeah.
one little. Calm down. I'll be back in a minute.
Listen,
I'm on my way, baby.
Tony Luciano says, "Hi there. Who makes the best wing deal in your opinion?" In my opinion,
Antonio Mendoza.
in my opinion, the best winged eagle is what you can get for your budget.
No,
That's what my opinion is.
That is not what he asked.
Yes,
That
he
is
said,
not what he asked. Answer the
Listen to-
question.
listen to the question. He says, "Hi there. Who makes the best winged eagle in your opinion?" My opinion, or your opinion. My opinion is that you're only gonna get the best winged eagle you can get for your budget. If you have $200 for a winged eagle, I know where I'm gonna send you. If you have $500 for a winged eagle, I know exactly where to send you. If you have $1,000 for winged eagle, I know where to send you. If you have 2 G's to $2,500, best believe I know where to send you. Now, how many guys out there are making winged eagles for $2,500, $3,500? That's a whole nother ball gaming discussion. How many guys are making winged eagles for $1,500?
Hold on. We're going back to the SD HD thing. You know, SD HD. That's the biggest thing that these guys worry about.
Let me answer this real quick.
Let me ask
you ever
you.
try using washers before putting the bolt on? Yes, you put washers on. Washers do not take away the amount of tension you need to fasten the plate to the leather. And to be honest, these bolts on these plates that I've installed, I don't even think I even put 15 pounds of pressure on there. Literally, I put the socket. Listen, not a ratchet, a socket onto the nut.
Do you have tensioners?
And I turned the socket by hand, and as I squeezed it, snap. It happened to like 8 or 9 of them, and I go, you know what? I'm cleaning house. I took all of them off. Clean house. That's what I had to do. I'm not going to risk putting plates on and then having these things separate from the leather. As it is, there's a risk that happening now, but at least I know that the JB weld is going to be a lot stronger than some janky welding on some bolts.
My man Kevin O'Keefe hitting every god note. It kind of goes to the same question that I was going to ask. So, when you go HD, right? You're getting an HD belt. You're going through Mendoza. You're getting an HD belt. Are we going 2% HD, 5% HD, SD half, or SD HD split? What kind? Like, dude, it's HD or nothing. Like, it's either American standard or there's nothing. When is that going to happen? So we could all just be like, all right, we're all getting the same damn belt. Like, when are we going to work on that so that we're all clear?
It's not going to become a standard for them because we're talking about, and I don't want to say it like this. I don't want to say they're a third world country, but we're talking about a country where the economy, the value of their dollar's really low. People are out there starving, brother. If you look at a lot of these workshops, when you go to their videos and stuff like that, these guys are barefoot. They're not even sitting on chairs. They're like crouching down on their knees, sitting on their ass. And
That's because that's what they do, dude. Dude, I was on my
I
knees today. No
understand.
offense. I'm not a sex worker, but I was
I-
taping bass. I was painting. I was doing, like, I work hard too.
So
Like-
here's the thing. No matter what you do here, how broke you are, when you're going to start yourself off in any profession, and I know this from when I started doing leather, when you're going to start yourself off in any profession of any kind, you know we need a certain amount of tools, a certain amount of knowledge, and a certain way and technique of doing things. You don't try to half-ass everything, and that even includes the posture that you do things. You know what I mean? You're not going to paint walls by grabbing an old sweater and rolling that bitch on a piece of cardboard and calling it a roller to paint walls for yourself. That's not going to happen. You know you got to save a certain amount of money to get a proper roller on a proper roller handle and an extension wand, a proper strainer, a proper paint. You know what I mean? It's how it has to go down.
I tell you what, there's a proper way to do every job. Ethan knows this. You know this. Everybody knows what you guys do. You take pride in. So what I'm saying is, when do we have to stop calling it HD, SD, or say like, oh, this isn't as good as the other one? How do we do that? Because it seems like we've been trying, and honestly, there's a lot of other people that have been trying to.
Honestly, this only happens in Pakistan.
It takes all of us.
This only happens in Pakistan, and it only happens with makers in Pakistan. Because I've spoken to a company out there in China where these guys are getting their plates from. And when you talk to them about etching something and you have artwork for them to etch, they don't ask you, oh, would you like this in SD etching or high quality etching? There is no such thing. They do everything in one standard, a proper,
That's what it sounds like.
clean etching process.
Could you elaborate more? Tony Luciano. Honestly, that's a
Okay.
gangster ass name, bro. But
Okay.
could you
That's-
elaborate on the best winged eagle and makers?
Let me simplify this. When you're going to go buy shoes and somebody says you're going to be going to a job where the floor is very slippery
I love this.
and okay,
You know
give me a second. You're going to be starting a job where the floors are very slippery. You need a certain type of shoes, a certain type of wardrobe, and you start work on Monday. You got to go get this stuff, right? So, what do we call a proper pair of shoes for the application you're going to use? Are you just going to go to Payless and buy yourself those standard regular work boots?
How
or
long do you
you
want them to last?
Well, are they going to do the job right? Does it say oil resistant and you're going to step on some fucking oil and you're going to slip and eat shit on the ground? Or are you going to go to some place where they at least have proper shoes or boots and they're going to actually function the way they're going to function? That's what I'm talking about. We're talking, there's a difference between Payless and Foot Locker here. Okay? And then somewhere in the middle, you have a certain standard for quality shoes, and you work from that point up. A proper car for you to drive to work every day and back is a reliable Honda or a Nissan. It doesn't necessarily mean you need a Mercedes or a Maybach to drive to work and back every day, or a Ferrari. Okay, there are levels. I think a well done winged eagle, something you can be happy with, from leather to plates to everything, you can find it for $600 to $800. I wouldn't recommend spending $200 on a winged eagle and be happy forever with it, but you know, I also
dude, that's eBay.
you know what I mean. My personal opinion,
That's eBay prices.
I wouldn't spend $2,000 on a winged eagle. That's just me. But that's depends on what I'm happy with, man. The proper winged eagle is whatever you can afford. It's whatever you can afford and what you're going to be happy with.
I'll tell you my story. I'm waiting. I've still been waiting, and I'm still talking with Classic Shields. And I'm debating whether to buy it or not. I have an extra flock with a curved cut, kind of like Joey's. But then I also have my Bret Hart diesel cut.
There you go, Tony.
Like,
There you
I
go.
really don't see.
There you go. Like he
That's
said,
what I mean.
if I'm
I
buying,
don't see-
he says, if I'm buying shoes for work, I'm going to buy the top of the line work boots that provide protection and wear well.
I'm
There you
I'm
go.
on the fence now, but honestly, I'm gonna reveal a little bit, so just so I can stop getting these fucking Joey V comments. I'm also a grown man, and I also have goals, and I also am trying to buy a house, which I'm going on Friday. I'm this close. Like, dude, I'm like, there's certain things that are more important than belts. So when it comes time to buy a belt, buy it from somebody that you know and trust.
Reputation is key.
Yeah, they did, Joey. They did. They lied. Would you like more on air? Are you gonna try to blow me into CS2? I don't know if it was you or somebody else, but when CS comes and talks to me, they don't talk to me like I was fucking with them. So please keep me out of your shenanigans. I'm saying I have my own thing, my own idea of when or if I will buy said belt, because I have a grown person mentality. I have goals. I have accomplishments that I'd like to attain. Dude, do not let somebody like this little asshole on the bottom of the screen get in your head and think you have to buy something, because you don't. There's a better way to go about it, and you get the same thing. Dude, if not, it's something that it will satisfy you enough. Don't try to compete with anybody that's trying to go Classic Shields. You need to get one. You need to get one, brother.
Listen,
No,
this
dude.
this is something that
Just
check this
get
out.
what you can afford, bro.
Yeah,
That's it.
check this out, and this is very important. What Vinny says here, he says my limit is
There you go.
1,300. He
Boom.
says that's the most I have ever spent. Most I'll ever spend. I'll never wait years for a belt either. Here, let me tell you guys something. I have had customers that have spent $1,600 on a Classic Shields belt, and they still buy the same exact belt again from Classic Shields because they feel they need to upgrade to something better. Some people are just never satisfied. They are never satisfied.
I want to know who got number 2.
They will buy a belt for $1,000, then buy one for $1,200, then they'll buy one for $1,600, then they'll buy one for $2,500, $3,000. They will never be satisfied. By the time you guys spend that money, save your money, put 5-6 G's in your investment, and go get yourself a Reggie Parks belt. Go get yourself a real Dave Milliken. If that's the type of investment you're gonna get, you're not gonna get any better than that. If you're really looking for that, stop looking for the unicorn. Be satisfied with what you got.
Bro, you're kind of right. Like, we shouldn't be buying this shit as grown men. We should be saving for money for rainy days. We should. That's what we should be doing as grown. But listen, it's too
Hey,
late.
Platinum, you're right, brother. If you're trying to satisfy the world, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna make the world happy. It's not gonna happen.
It doesn't matter what makes them happy.
There's
matters
always
what
gonna
makes
be
you happy.
there's always gonna be people that are gonna give you your flowers for getting what you got, and then there's gonna be people that are gonna shit all over your belt like it's a car in the parking lot of a Walmart, and the bird and pigeons are all over it. It's just how it is. But make sure you're happy with what you got, guys. Make
Wait.
sure you're happy with what you got.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna ask that question. I already know the answer for it.
It's not a pissing contest. It really isn't. It's not.
Like, dude, I'm not measuring dicks here. I got a really nice belt from an awesome maker. Like, if you came seeing this shit in person, you'd be like, yeah, that's good.
I will be honest with you, Joey. I am curious about owning a Corey King belt. I don't know why, but I am
What was
curious about.
what was a big deal with Corey King?
Well, he's an American guy and he's making plates here in the United States.
Is he still around? I heard he wasn't around.
No, I don't know, but I've been curious about it. I haven't taken the time to reach out and see what I can find, but I've heard from a lot of people that have a Corey King and they're happy with it. They say it's really nice. So I don't know. At this point, I've talked to so many makers, seen so many belts, worked on so many belts that I don't really know and don't care anymore who has the correct art from an original Reggie Parks belt. I really don't. Don't. The belts you bought, let's put it this way. The shoes you get at the store, even when you got them from Foot Locker, and there were Jordan 6s, Jordan 7s, Jordan 9s, were they honestly really the exact same shoe Jordan wore? To specifications, size, color, and the materials? Was it really? We don't know. Who cares?
I'll tell you what. I want to make some glass shatter before this thing goes down. Because Stone Cold Steve. Stop.
I like that comment. He's right.
Dude, to be honest with you, you haven't seen shit. I put both of those up in my room. The shit you see behind me is shit that's being mailed out. It's not my favorite shit. Like,
this is true. Platinum. Come on.
Dude, platinum. Talk about it. Dude, man.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Talk about it. Talk about it, baby. Talk about that shit. You know what I mean?
Kevin says, I've never been happier than the day I got my first shop belt. I feel like the more you learn, the more miserable you can become within the hobby if you become a stickler for the... And that is also true. That is also true. It's like marrying the woman you love for the rest of your life, but then you're going to nitpick everything she does. Brother, the perfect man and perfect woman does not exist. Because I married her. She's at my house. Okay, that's why.
You telling me he's too late to the party? Guys, listen, we've been on here for over 2 hours. I got to pack up some belts because Ethan's going to be waiting on me, and he would rather fly his ass up here and whoop my ass than me not mail his belt out tomorrow. So I'm going to go look for some wrappings. And
go for it. I'll take it from here, buddy. I got this. I got this. Don't worry.
You got this, baby.
I'll be on here for a little bit longer. People want questions answered.
Outro, thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for being here. You know we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know I'm not the main star of the show. It's usually this guy. So I'm gonna leave you with the start of the show, Rob.
Guys, it's just us. Thank God they left, right? We've been waiting for them to leave. Choo! Now we really talk about what we wanted to talk about, right? Oh, God. Let me take another sip of this thing right here. Guys, honestly, beauty's in the beholder. Get what you can, get what you like, get what you can afford. That's all that matters, man. And that's also true. Everybody's game evolves. If someone were to say, and this is just for shits and giggles, guys. If someone today were to say, oh, I've had such and such as leather, and I have Mendoza Crafts leather that I got in 2018. Such and such is way better than Mendoza Craft leather because I own it and I can tell the difference. Yeah, I totally get that. I may have not have been as good 4 years ago. Comparing my work now to somebody else's today might be a little different. We all level up. We level up with time. Some people take a little longer, then they take a big jump. Some people progress very steadily and keep moving on ahead. When I started in this hobby, I remember that there was nobody better than Paul Martin. Now, my personal favorite re-leather favorite guy is Daniel Ripley from Drip Belts. That's my most favorite leather guy from the work I've seen. You know what I mean? Let me see. Yeah, It's never right. It's all handmade. You can never duplicate anything handmade twice. It's very difficult. Michael Nelson says, at this point, after all the makers I've purchased from, I'm good with Classic Shields, Aliyah Nas, and Great Custom Belts. That's what I like. I don't care what others got to say. I love the belts I have from them. And see, that's another thing right there. Right there. Look at the guys he's talking about. Classic Shields, Aliyah Nas, and Great Custom Belts. If you were to ask anybody, is Great Custom Belts anywhere near the realm of Aliyah Nas or Classic Shields? They say no. No way. You're crazy to compare that. But here's a guy very happy with the results. And I know Michael Nelson, he's a stickler for detail. And if he's happy with that, he's happy, guys. So, you know, come on. He says, ship those two. It's got to be, you got to been talking to Tony Leonidas, man. I don't have any belts behind me, except for the very important, most important title right back there, guys. That is the one that broke the hobby. Platinum says, my discount should be up to 6, and if it wasn't for these belts, Jesus Christ. What's up, Josh? How's it going, brother? Good to have you on here. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Kevin O'Keefe, he says, one question I have, Antonio, that may have been skipped over is, do you have any tips for curving network logo shot plates? I do not. My most favorite tip that I can say that I've heard is somebody said that they take, you know, those kind of toe straps, the kind you ratchet straps. They put the plate around a thick round pole, either a bucket, any object that's round. They'll put the plate, put a cardboard or something so it doesn't damage the plate, and they start pulling at that strap tension to get it to curve it. Now, in my personal opinion is, I couldn't imagine you doing that without the gems popping out of place. I don't know. But that's what people have done. I've never curved one myself, to be honest. Zelen says, Mendoza, what's your vetting process for these plate makers? Seems like they're a dime a dozen. They are a dime a dozen. They are a dime a dozen. And I go to different makers for different things. There are makers that are very good at doing a big eagle and a big eagle only. There are makers that are good at making an IC title and only an IC title. There are makers that do a very good winged eagle and only a winged eagle. So there is no right answer to this. There isn't just a specific maker. You want a really clean, affordable HD winged eagle or IC? Go to Nawaz. Go to Nawaz. If you want something maybe a step up from that or the same, I would say go to Aliyah Nas. And there's not much room there except that you would go either to R&M or Classic Shields if you have the money. But there are things that are budget, a little more budget friendly. David, what's up, brother? David Cummings. Will the send out straps be going up in price as well? You know what? I always try. And literally, I message even other leather guys in this game. I messaged maybe 3 or 4 leather guys this past week and tried to have them jump on ship from where they order their materials onto where I order materials, because I'm always doing price comparisons. I'm not loyal to, and this goes the same with plates. I'm not loyal to one maker. I'm not loyal to one leather company. So I try to match the quality and try to keep the price down. So that's a very important thing in this industry. Don't be loyal when it comes to purchasing materials. Go where you get the better deal for the same quality. Don't compromise the quality. Just make sure the money is a better deal. So I try to keep it down. I just ordered some snake leather for a smoking skull. It went up $50. I didn't upcharge the customer. That's on me. I think that this industry is going to change. Every year the prices are going to go up, but I really try to not raise prices until I really have to. So yeah, I really strive for that, man. Kevin says Drip Belts is great. I agree. Love seeing his work. He does awesome work. He really does, brother. Vinny says Classy Show makes the best big green. You don't see many because they cost a lot. Makers are catching up, but not yet. And that is true. They have these makers. I know a maker. He hasn't attempted it yet, but he has a CNC machine. He's going to attempt to make one. To be honest, everybody makes it with a regular one-axis CNC machine, which the drill goes down in the material and just moves around like this. Okay, no matter what it is, it just plunges and cuts. This maker has a 4-axis CNC machine, which means that the bit can move and go up, down. The bit can turn, plunge in sideways. It moves in 4 ways, so it's really nice. So hopefully when that big green he attempts comes out, Vinny, I know you're gonna see it, you're gonna hear about it, so it's gonna be really, really nice. Josh Roach says, as a stickler for detail myself, I understand that there are limits. Whenever be one of the exact details can be right type of sticklers. You're right, if you're gonna be that way, get a Reggie. And to be honest, if you're that much of a stickler for detail, you're gonna just be disappointed with a Reggie, because you're gonna find out that even Reggie made mistakes on his belts. He didn't make a perfect belt, guys. He sure as hell didn't. I've seen his leather work, and as he got older, it got worse and worse. It really did. It got worse. Platinum. If it's hollow, I wouldn't try to bend shot plates. I wouldn't either. Honestly, I haven't tried it, and I wouldn't want to try it. And that is what makes the hobby fun. Everybody's forgotten how to have fun in the hobby, to be honest. Kevin says, I ordered a classic CZs, so I'm restoning it. I want to get my desired curve on the main plate before I get started with drilling and replacing. Yeah, I would say, dude, try curving it yourself, honestly. Don't leave that up to somebody else. Try to do that yourself where you're satisfied, because if you leave it to somebody else, you might not like it, or they might ruin it, and you're really putting a lot of responsibility and pressure on that person. Kevin says, I see double shoulders on Frog Jelly 9 to 10 ounce or Springfield. I forget which one, for around $80 or $100. I do. I used to order Frog Jelly. I used to order Springfield leather. Not anymore, because the best you're gonna get up for that deal for $80 for a double shoulder, they're very small. You could probably get only 2 straps out of it. Is Brazilian leather, and they don't dye consistently. They accept the dye really nicely, but you can't get a uniform consistency, especially a guy like me that does leather. If I have a strap for Chroma and I call it a tobacco finish, I could not promise the same results almost every time with an inferior leather. When I say inferior, I don't mean the quality. I mean inferior in the way that it sucks up the dye and lets the dye be visible. So inferior in that way it is. You have to get something from a tannery that makes it very consistently well. So I do have experience with them. I used to order them all the time. I don't anymore. Josh Roach says, but I absolutely get where you're coming from about different tiers, like where I sent my Undisputed to you. You offer something that I haven't seen someone else do, and you do it right. Thank you so much, brother. And it's probably the tooling for the Undisputed around the edges. Let me see. Josh Roach again. Comments. Same can be said for plates. Quality is in the eye of the beholder as well. Detail as far as a person can drag them, I suppose. Yeah, I know, right? Kevin O'Keefe says, I appreciate it. Tip on the curving, I'll look into that for sure. Brother, that's the best I've heard for that. Platinum, time for bed. Yeah, brother, break out the lotion bottle. I mean, break out the blankies, right? Dylan Hernandez says, what's the total, man? Labor hours to make a strap building complete belt. To build a complete belt, they're all different. Sometimes I'll take a very long time on Winged Eagles. I don't know why. The Winged Eagle sometimes always gets to me because there's so many versions as far as snaps, tooling on the boxes, beveling, the type of pear shape textures that they use on that, the shape around the side plates, the cut. So that can take some time to always look up info, research pictures, things of that nature. People are most picky with the Winged Eagle for some reason. It's never the same amount of process. You know what I mean? It's like making pancakes. You never make them the same. You never pour the same pancake every time. That's all I got to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Ben, what's up, brother? Hey, it's okay, man. I'm here for the long haul right now. Cheers. Oh, Stone Cold says, I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate that. We have a new viewer here, Mr. Ethan Thompson. He says, this dude. Nice. Platinum says, do you know how to make the shiny finish on leather? Yes, I do. My favorite finish for the leather is actually a satin. I don't like it to be overly shiny and polished, and I don't like it to be super dull. It's whatever the customer requests, and if they don't request it, I usually make it satin. You know what I mean? Kevin responds, makes sense. As you evolve, you learn more about the leather you upgrade to where you get it. These hides are advertised as American A-B grade hides that accept dyes and stamping well. So that's good to know from your experience with them. Yeah, it's definitely Brazilian. I don't know why they advertise it at that. They say American steer. That's what I think they put it as. They say American steer. Well, yeah, they could be American steer, but they were sold off or exported, I don't know, 20 years ago. American steer that were exported to Brazil many years ago. And now it's just kind of like a bloodline of cows that they breed, or bulls. But here's the difference. Are they free range? Are they surrounded by barbed wire? Or are they out there in the freedom of where they have no fences and the hides are very well taken care of over time? You know what I mean? What method do they slaughter them? All that stuff. It depends. Vinny, how do you do the little holes on your crumb rinds to put the thread through? On the crumb rinds, I don't know if you're talking about the plates themselves or on the holes of the leather. I have, when it comes to making holes on the leather, I have punches, certain millimeter size punches. I punch right through the leather. On the plates, I have to use a drill press, and I have to thread them, and then I have to thread lock them when I put the screws in. And I'm getting to the point where if a belt comes in and they have those type of screws where it's these tiny itty bitty watch size screws, I'm sending them back. I can't work on them because I already had 2 incidents where they weren't fastening right. Screws are pulling out. No good. Joshua says, love these lives. Get some good conversations going. Back to the roots of the hobby. Hey, and you know what? And this is what it's about here, guys. We're open to any chat, any kind of things you know what I mean? He says the edging. Okay, how do you do the little holes on your crumb rinds to put the thread through? Oh, okay, I know what you mean now. As far as that goes, I use a hole punch. And it's a hole punch with very tiny little holes. First, I have to mark the border. I need that border to be exactly uniformly consistent all the way around. And then I have punches with different amount of holes. It's either an 8 punch, a 5 punch, or 2 punch, or 1 hole punch. And I have to make sure that every time I go through that leather, that hole punch doesn't go at an angle or anything. It's going straight down and through. Just enough for the thread to cover that hole and make it look really nice and neat. Man, it takes a long time. Even doing those holes takes so much so much longer than people think it does. You know, I could spend an 8-hour day on a Chromite stitching, making sure that thing is done right. Stone Cold says, boy, your boilers blew it, huh? You were able to get it. They stank. They dropped the ball. But I'm not surprised. This is every time. They got one hell of a big kid. I forgot what his name is, man. But I mean, thank God I'm not into basketball that hard here. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We got winners and losers. It's just our turn, man. That's all it was. I did went out to see the eclipse for a few minutes. I've been through a few eclipses over my life. You know what I mean? It's no big deal. Kevin says, I appreciate you talking about the leather, how you do. There's a ton of gatekeepers who wouldn't tell us anything about how to do these things because they're afraid to lose business. No, we're not going to lose business. Contrary to that, I used to have a body shop. I used to do paint work, custom work. I used to do Lambo doors, slamming cars to the ground, rims, sound systems, fabricating sound boxes, I used to do upholstery, everything, guys. And I would have customers. I had this one customer, I'm not gonna say customers, I'll be honest, it was one guy, but that's all it took. He was bitching so much about the price that I said, hey, if you come and help, I'll knock $1,000 off. Came in and helped for a day. He thought I was just putting him through a torture test. I said, no, dude, this is how it's done. From tearing down a car to tearing things down, to remembering where every screw and bolt goes to refinishing the metal, refinishing the surface, to painting and being meticulous with everything. I think what you do is you open the doors for people to get in there and get their hands dirty. And it actually makes them respect what you do a little bit more. It makes people respect what you do a little bit more. They understand the process now. It makes people respect the process. I know, because I went through the whole process myself of just finding out what leather to even start off with. How do you color it? How do you stitch it? Where do you order it from? Who do you get it sent from? You know what I mean? There's tons of things. You have to know what temperatures things are done, all kind of stuff. So yeah, man, it doesn't bug me at all to spread the knowledge. It doesn't bother me at all. Not one bit. He says, one of the reasons, other than your leather being amazing, that'll be going to you for my World Heavyweight Leather. Brother, and I'm ready for you whenever you're ready. You nailed it, man. People who want to learn this stuff are going to do it one way or the other. Denying them knowledge isn't going to gain a customer. And I'm not trying to gain customers, guys. You know, I've always said this from the beginning. This is something I do as a hobby. I love to do it. And I refuse to make this turn into another job. I have a job. I don't need this turning into a job. This is something I love to do. So everything I do here, guys, I try to do it with love. So when you get it, you're getting my best effort. You're getting my best effort. I'm not cutting any corners. You're getting my best effort out of here. If somebody says my leather is a level 7, fine, I get it. Maybe I'm not AJ Giddings. Maybe I'm not Drip Belts. Maybe I'm not Classic Shields or RM. I don't care. I am doing the best I can do for anybody that comes down here. Nobody can say that I did a shitty job because I wanted to do a shitty job. And there's plenty of leather guys out there, and I'm not going to name anybody, but I've seen some of them come here for repairs. They do shitty jobs. They have a reputation, and they do shitty jobs because they choose to do a shitty job. They're still doing re-leathering with vinyl backings. How do I know? I've taken them apart. So they're doing vinyl backings. When everything leaves here, it's full leather front and back. There's no cheating you on this. So I'm doing the best I can for my people. That's all I got to say about that. I'm doing the best I can for all my people that come through here, man. Dylan, thank you, brother. He says, have a good one, brother. Thanks for taking the time to answer my questions. Keep doing great things. I'll try, brother. God knows I try. He says, Kevin says, agreed. I have a painting business and people ask questions all the time how to do the certain projects. I tell them because either they fuck it up and I fix it, or they do it right and save themselves money. I could get a referral. Sure enough, dude. And believe me, you know, it's just, I really believe that one of man's mission here is spreading knowledge. It's spreading knowledge. Josh Roach says, I can't wait for my undisputed quality, unmatched in my opinion. And that's what we discussed the other day. That's why I went with you. Love the dedication. That's what makes it much more authentic. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you, brother. I really do. Believe it. Best believe. I try, brother, and I'm trying to open up everybody's minds to that. Oh God, yeah, I know, Platinum. Good one, brother. But guys, I'm gonna try the best I can do for anybody and everybody that comes through here. Shoot, man, I have I think a very good, what I would call a breakout. I don't want to call him a maker, because the person that I am working with nowadays, and I think I'm finally going to settle down with a certain person to make plates for me, HD. This is a guy that the makers go to him for plates. He is not a maker. He just makes the HD plates process. So I'm not going to a maker. I'm cutting the middlemen. I am cutting the makers out. I am cutting everybody out. I'm going directly to the source, which is probably what none of these makers want anybody getting their hands on. I'm going straight to the source. I'm not going to make a penny on the sell of the plates. If somebody needs a belt done, I just want that guy to make his money. I make my money on my leather. We're going to put those two things together and get somebody a really nice, affordable HD American leather made belt. So that's what I'm shooting for in the next few months for this year, guys. I'm finally getting it done. So if anybody wants an HD belt on American leather, hit your boy up. I'll be able to do it very economically, very nicely, and we'll get it handled. You know what I mean? Vinny says, it's been great, Antonio. Watch you and your work growing this hobby. I remember your video for the first time in the Old Brothers of the Belt. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And Vinny was one of the first guys that ever let me cut loose on a belt and do something custom. And he has a beautiful belt, a beautiful blue strap, beautiful belt that he has in his family's, in his heart, I would say. I don't think that thing's ever going anywhere. Thank you for that. Thank you. And I always said this all the time. Thank you for believing in me and let me do what I want to do and need to do. I hope I can do more in the future for you, man, and everybody else. Platinum says, that sounds like a good deal. Thank you, brother. Josh says, sounds like the job for undisputed version when eventually I want. Brother, the guy does amazing work and he's going to do it the way I want him to do it for the people. Any of us on price ranges? Hey, just for the sake of it, if you want a HD belt on American leather done by me, sent to you, we can get it done for $750. $750 on American leather, shipped with insurance to your door. You know what I mean? Let's get it done. $4 million. And yeah, brother, and the one thing I'll say now, people always ask me, who's your maker? Who's making the plates? That's not coming out of my mouth. So like, and the reason is this. There is a lot of info about work I'm willing to share, but there are just some things you cannot talk about because you have a certain promise with people. Aside from that, I think that when you do the work, you do the footwork, you go out, you hunt the deer, you skin it, you put a meal on the plate for somebody, you put in all that work just to hand it over. There's a limit. I spread knowledge, but there's a limit to how much of that knowledge goes out. There is some level of job security, I will say, you know what I mean? So that's what it is, guys. And I think that has to be respected. It has to be respected. You don't go to Foot Locker and say, where do you get your shoes from, or where do they assemble them for you so I can, you know what I mean? It just doesn't work that way. So I know there's a fine line. So that's what I think. I think you can't give everybody everything. And this goes back to the saying where you say, you could either give a fish to somebody and feed them every day, or teach them to fish and then let them go out and fish their own thing. You know what I mean? That's what really keeps the world going around. You just can't give everything up. You have to make sure you do the right thing and allow them to fish for themselves. That's what it is. I firmly believe in that. Nobody taught me how to fish. In this hobby, I was thrown into deep water and crawled my way out of it. And then when I was almost out of it, I had some good people reach out to me and finally give me some constructive criticism, and they helped me along the way too, man. Joshua says, holy shit, that's amazing. Definitely going for version 1 from you then. Thank you, brother. And Kevin says, laughing my ass off. Yeah, I never even asked that question. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you understanding. Kevin says, how do I bevel with a smooth bevel to achieve a certain look? Sure. Hey man, can you tell me how who makes your plates so I can add them onto the steel? Dude. I can steer you in the direction, but then you have to do your own groundwork, because at the end I can send you to my guy and say, and just like Classic Shields or ORM or anybody else, you send me to Classic Shields, but they're really not for me. Or I went with ORM and they're not for me. Or I went to one of the worst people, Mock Belts. I've seen guys, they're still doing business with Mock Belts. I threw up a post this week just for shits and giggles because the guy was hitting me up in the box and I wanted him to see. I screenshot it and sent it to the guy, the maker. I said, let me show you what your reputation is these days, and you want me to mess with you guys. So I screenshot the conversation and the comments that were going on. I said, buddy, you're in a very, very bad place. The only way I would make any business with you, do any business with you, is send me the place to my doorstep. And if everything checks out and it's okay, maybe I'll pay you for the plates. You know what I mean? So that just comes to show where we're at in this hobby right now with these guys, with these damn makers. As far as the bevel, it's a practice. You can't ask me, hey, what skates should I put on to be the best skater in the world? No. You need to lace them up and practice to become that. You know what I mean? You just have to lace them up. You have to lace them up and get in there and get to it. I put hours and hours and hours of beveling. And I know this because I asked a lot of guys, what do you do to bevel to make it so smooth? Not one tip they gave me, not one tool they recommended helped me out. I had to do my own thing and just work it out myself, to be honest. Kevin says, Mock Belts was almost the first boot I went with until I saw the horror stories. Then I found Great Custom Belts. Yeah, you're in good hands with Great Custom Belts. Tyler Dove is doing a good job over there. Kevin says, I'm going to send you my first Snapbox attempt so you can have a laugh. No, brother, I'm not going to laugh at that. You know, I can send you my first Snapbox attempts and you can have a good laugh yourself too. None of us came out the womb running. None of us came out the womb jumping and doing backflips, guys. Okay. We all had to crawl. We had to learn to crawl. We had to learn to stand. We all had to learn to run and jump. Some do it better, some do it faster, some do it higher, some do it slower. It doesn't matter. We all bring something to the table. That's what makes it so special, man. That's all it is. So if anybody maybe in the future wants a nice HD belt done by me, I can get them done for $750 to $850. That's what we're looking at. My maker's good. He's going to be good with paint work. We're working every day through the details, making sure that all the details are right. And that's all I can do. Platinum says, I tried to hang myself in the womb, but I couldn't jump. Brother, let me tell you, we're all fortunate. Some of us didn't even make it out the womb. You know what I'm saying? We were hung before we were already out. So, I mean, we are blessed with the life and the things we do and what we can do, man, to be honest. It's a practice. Definitely a practice of life. Kevin says, oh yeah, it's all practice. I'm getting better every day. I'm just doing this so I can re-leather my own belts and only get re-leathers on the real hard stuff. Okay. You will find out that as you progress, you're going to be able to knock out the hardest stuff. What starts getting harder is investing in yourself. Once you start having to, where you have to start investing 500, 300 there. Oh, this piece of equipment costs 300. If I really want this, I need to go this route and spend 1,500 there on the sewing machine or 2,000 on the sewing machine. But once you start going there, you better get ready to get serious because you're offering a service and you're competing with really great guys out there. So, you know, you're not going to beat everybody, but you definitely want to be somewhere in there. You want to be somewhere in there. That's the Frankenstein. That baby broke the hobby, broke records, broke everything, guys. Don't underestimate that belt. That belt is something. Anthony Myers, dude, bedtime. Yes, it is for you, old man. Go to sleep. Me, let me tell you something. We're just getting warmed up here. We've got some whiskey bottle right here. I got a beer on the left. I still got my Snickerdoodle Smokies. I still got a little bit of Screwball, and I got some in my glass. Guys, this can be a 5-hour show. It could be a 1-hour show. It's all up to you. As long as people keep applauding, I keep coming out to sing another song. That's what it is. That's what it is. The Reggie Ryan, yes. It is one of a kind, guys. It is one of a kind. Guys, and bringing up that subject, if anybody's got any scraps out there, ugly plates, you guys want to do something with them, send them to me. I'll do something for you guys. Of course, I have that page. I haven't promoted it in a while, but it's Frankenbelts. Go look for the page, Frankenbelts. Sign up, join the group, post the ugliest belt that a maker made, the ugliest belt you've made, or the most creative belt you've made, whatever customs. There's no limits to anything. There really isn't. I'm not going to be insulted. I don't think I have the time for other services. I got good at it. Personally, it's kind of, yeah. It's like I found the leather game to be the same as being a tattoo artist. Some people just get good enough to work on themselves or just close friends. But the second you want to start working on other people, you have to be a very, very good artist to jump into that realm. You know what I mean? Stone Cold says, rye whiskey is about to put me to bed myself. Oh, man, let me tell you. That whiskey is something nice. It's salty caramel flavor. It's good. Tennessee. Joy says, come on, Mendoza. Pull on there. Something can't hang. Brother, let me tell you. I am a ex-musician. For you guys who don't know, I am an ex-musician. I used to go out and play. Let me tell you the story. I used to get up at 8 a.m., go to my shop either by 9:30, work all day. Get out of there, go to practice, load equipment, go out, be a musician, play till 4 a.m. the next morning, go to breakfast at IHOP till 6 a.m., come home crawling through the door at 7 a.m. and still have to do my husband duties, and finally go to sleep around midday to wake up and do it all over again, play music on that same weekend. Guys, I'm in it for the long haul. I know you're up for it. Everybody is. 134.4 proof Jack Daniels rye for me tonight. Needed it after a long day. Hey, brother, we all need it. We all need it. Come on. I see your symbol in the background. I played drums for 15 years. Haven't played in about 10 though. No place to keep a lot. Hey, brother, this is only one set. I have 3 sets. I have this one. I have a Pearl 7-piece upstairs, or 8-piece. And I have a very classic fiberglass Pearl World custom kit. This is an Orange County kit that I brought from California. Very nice kit. I think it's like a 22 by 20-inch kick. Very long throw. Wide custom hoop in the front. I have Zildjian S cymbals for any of y'all, the guys that know music. I have like 6 snares, different tastes for different beats for every style. I do a lot of stuff. It's not just belts, guys. I collect toys. I collect collectibles. A lot of stuff, man. I would like to get into ALJN toys for sure. All the wrestlers, man. I would love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, brother. I know what you meant. Don't worry, man. Joshua says, I remember you talking about snap screws earlier. I saw the snap piece of shit on my belt. Ah, brother. Listen. By far, no lie. No lie. And this is... Classic Shields may be the best guys out there for some people. For most people, I would say. But honestly... from my experience, I've even had stuff here from Classic Shields that when I take it apart, a lot of those screws are rusted, and when you try to get them off, even if you put some lubricant on there to try to get them off, they still snap. Honestly, I've never had a problem with one particular maker that uses Chicago screw style. It's brass, so it's not going to rust. It's not going to seize. So that he does very, very good. I really would suggest that they switch to that system, man. Honestly, it pisses me off almost when I see those screws. Kevin says, bro, you're killing me, man. I might be able to fit an electronic kit in my house, but nothing like playing the real thing. I know. I at one point had up to 12 kits, including DW, D-Drum. I had Gretsch. I've had Pearl, mostly Pearl Masters, Birch, Maple. The one I have behind me, this kit is a Babinga wood. So I'm not getting rid of it. It's a Babinga wood. Fuck that. It's illegal to cut those trees down now. Mapex, I had a Mapex also. I had a Mapex really nice. It was like a faded type of blue teal into a lighter whitish type of color. Nice. Joshua says, mine just a shop undisputed that was re-leathered by a scammer. Like I'm getting a belt re-leathered. Like what the fuck? Oh, bro. What are you gonna do? These scammers. There's a way to control them, man. But I don't know if people have the nuts to control these guys. Honestly, it's really about just going through PayPal and having them only operate through, you know, through the means necessary that you have to be able to get refunds and all that. You know what I mean? So goods and services is the way to go. Unless it's a guy like me or somebody else in the hobby that's really trusted. Don't do friends and family. I give something to misses more than my own. Enjoy the guy's shit show for a big job. Let me tell you guys, I used to do construction and stuff like that, man, and paint jobs on cars, and it's crazy. You can really get yourself in some deep shit. Stone Cold says, check your email. Sent you a belt I used to own by an old maker named Mike Hamilton. Had about 100 bolts in it. Hey, I will say this. Not a lot of people like Mateen anymore. But to be honest, Mateen, when he does do his like HD belts, boy, does he put a lot of bolts on the back. Holy crap. Just the side plates will have like 6 to 8. And that's all cool, man. But damn, you don't need that many. You can weld one on each corner and be fine as long as you do a proper weld on them. Do a proper damn weld and you'll be fine. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 screws in the middle of the center plate. That's, if I've ever seen anything excessive in my life, that is excessive. Side plates have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 bolts. Holy shit. Okay, that's excessive. I would do one in the center and one on each corner. That's all you really need, to be honest. You don't need any more. Do you know the strength of just one screw properly welded? Guys, if you take a truck and you look at the truck beds, how much weight does a truck bed hold? And those truck beds on a truck are held by like 4 to 6 screws. Come on now. It just has to be done right. It just has to be done right. Platinum says, I'm ahead of a Ultra Shields Winged Eagle. I might want done with a wood grain leather style finish. Bro, that's right up my alley. I love customs. I love challenges. 2024, I'm gonna make belts great again. Maybe 8 to 9 pounds at the most. Toe bolts on his side plate. The hell? LOL. Yes, I know. That's woo. I mean, it's guys, I'll share it because it says I can share it. So let me go back into this real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Holy crap, here it goes. It was just there. Come on. Yeah, I gotta turn up the brightness a little bit here. My phone really sucks, guys. My apologies. But hopefully you guys can see this. Look at that center plate, guys. Is that not excessive or what? Look at the side plate. Oh my god. It looks like a machine gun went through this thing. Holy crap. That is I believe in quality and stuff like that, but my god. Oh, and I finally got the thank you, brother. I got the pictures of the re-leather here for the lavender belt. Awesome. I did not see them until now. I know Dave Milliken re-leathered this belt. I can see his stamp, but I'll be honest with you right now, he did his own custom touch. And that tooling is wrong. And that could be a bad statement to make because I'm going to say why. Let's just say Reggie made 10 of those belts and 10 of those were tooled differently. Did Reggie tool them wrong or was it just his taste on every belt? Same thing with Milliken. He was his understudy. So would it be wrong? I don't think so. It's not wrong. But if you're trying to tool something exactly to the one specific version made on TV, then maybe you're wrong, right? That's all I can say about that. But it looks good. Platinum says, what the freak? Kevin says, you could get into a tornado and those plates aren't leaving that strap. No, they're not, dude. You can use it as an anchor. She says it's not a re-leather, it's a Milliken belt. And you know what? I believe you. I've seen Milliken belts where they have tons of bolts, and being that it's going to be possibly a ring made belt or whatever, holy crap, I get it. The Reggie belts, we saw sidebars flying out, we saw side plates disappearing, flying out, so I get it. They know that people get pretty rough with those things, man. So yeah, that's a nice Dave Milliken though, for sure. Josh says Jmar did that with his stuff too. Jmar did do a lot of bolts. I have seen some of his. I don't know if they were that excessive, but I know he did do a lot of them like that. Platinum says, "What's a?" So wait, that's a Milliken with all the bolts. Yes, it is. It's a Milliken, confirmed by the owner there, Stone Cold Milliken. I believe him, every bit of it. Josh says he also changed up the straps and whatnot here and there. He did. He wasn't as consistent as Reggie. Reggie does have some inconsistencies, but not as inconsistent as JMR. JMR was like every belt he made in touch was different. Every single one. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a JMR belt where two are exactly the same. If Joey's still watching this, correct me, brother. I don't know, but it must have been good. He was making good money, so he could afford it. Soko says, no, the bolt belt is Mike Hamilton. The lavender's, okay, so correction. The lavender is Milliken. The other one, which appears to be like a big gold, he says, was made by Mike Hamilton. Why he would weld on so many bolts, I do not know. But, you know, a lot of people like to do things to make it look more authentic. I know that I like the bigger Chicago screw head screws because it makes the leather look like those little bumps are nice and round and makes it look more authentic rather than the little bitty screws just showing on the back of the backing. I really like how the bigger bolts look smoother and nicer. So, you know. Guys, talking about wrestling though, like, what do you think? Are we getting the Winged Eagle or what? I'm like, I need the Winged Eagle, even if it has the WE on there. I don't mind. I would not mind. I mean, can't WWE legally do a reissue? Could they not do a reissue Winged Eagle of something that they used to have? I think that's illegal. I think they could do a reissue of a Winged Eagle replica for their customers. They should be able to do it. I don't see why not. I don't see why they can't pull out a old school Winged Eagle and use it for a title. They didn't make something new. It's existing already. But anyways, I really would like that, man. Michael, I think the majority of people, whether they're young or older, we all want it to come back. It's better than this thing. And I have this, I do collecting, I told you guys, but this is a belt. It's in package, never opened. It was originally purchased at KB Toys. It was the Brahma Bull belt. Look at that, guys. The Brahma Bull, the original Brahma Bull WWF scratch logo belt. That's right. That's right. And it's not going to be open. This is staying sealed, baby. This is collectible right here. I'll probably have this sent out to get signed and have it put the final boss laying the smacketh on this right here. Wouldn't that be badass on that one right there? Platinum, go to bed, brother. I get you, man. I'm tapping out. He says, I can't hang with you young fellas. I'm not very young myself either. You see these grays? That's how it is. It's just life. It's just life. And I go to work tomorrow early. Not early. I'm lying out of my teeth. I don't go to work early. I go pretty late. Later than most people would think. Oh, but after this, I guarantee I'm going to watch a movie, have me a hamburger, some pizza, some enchiladas, something. I'll find some chimichanga frozen in the back of my fridge. I will have something for sure. Oh, I'm a gel guy. I use gel. Pomade can't hold this down. No way. Send you a Facebook message of my day for practicing progress. I'll take a look at that, brother, for sure. I love to look at that and love looking at progress. Justin, I got tired. Still gotta chat with you about the Undisputed anyway. Yes, I know. I got so much going on. Guys, I will say I will be taking a break from leatherwork. I'm sorry. I will be taking a break from leatherwork. You did not hear that wrong. I will be taking a break from leatherwork. I don't want this to turn into a job. I still want it to be a hobby I love and do work for people. I don't want to exhaust myself and stress myself. I want it to stay a labor of love. I don't want it to be, you know what I mean? I don't want it to where I have people yelling down my neck to get their things. I don't want that to happen. That's classic. 3 Flowers. That's classic. That was with Cholo Life back in the day, brother. Let me tell you that. It has been wild. It has. Yeah, some of us get lucky. I'm trying to get lucky tonight. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Very smart man. Always gotta do load. Yes, and that's exactly what it is, brother. I don't want to make this a job. If everything you love to do was a job, if you go out fishing and you catch 3 in the whole day, you don't mind. You went out for the fishing, you went to relax. If you had to come home with a quota of doing 50 fish a day, it would turn into a job. You'd be miserable. Miserable. If you had to go make love to 50 women on a daily basis, it's a chore. It's a job. It wouldn't be the same anymore. Come on, guys. We got to admit it. You got to admit it. Woo, my first year was very slow. I think now I probably go through maybe 12 to 15 re-leathers a month. When I used to only do 3 a month, 3 to 4. I couldn't imagine back in the day doing more than 5 a month. Now I'm doing like 10 or 12. So I'm really, I don't want to say behind, but every strap takes basically anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks if everything's running smooth. I have learned that that's not always the case. I have a smoking skull that I'm doing, and I just barely got my hands on the backing. After 2 weeks of waiting on the backing, it came in, it was unavailable, and when it was available, it was $50 more. I can't pass that. I can't tax the customer for that. It's not his fault. It's not my fault. It's not anybody's fault. But now I know for the future. So it's just, that's how it goes. They've blessed me. They've blessed me, brother, because every time, I don't know about everybody else. I don't know their life story. I don't know what they do. But every time I get a job for doing a belt, we don't make that much money. It's not as much as people think. I could charge $300 for a belt and take 2-3 weeks to make it, and I'd only get $80 to $100 out of it. So it's not the amount of people, it's not the amount of money people think it really is. You know what I mean? So people are blessing me because it helps put food on the table. It helps put clothes and shoes on the backs of my kids, my family. It fills my tummies. It helps with the bills, the gas in the car. It helps. So I am super grateful for that. Grateful to anybody that comes through with a job for me. You know what I mean? So I'm super honored and grateful for that, brother. I always tell that. I always tell everybody whenever I speak to them in my inbox or anything, I tell them thank you and God bless. And I really mean that from the heart. Thank you and God bless. God bless you guys for doing that. Because if it wasn't for you, where would I be? What would I do? You know what I mean? We have to be thankful for all those things. We can't take them for granted, man. Can't do it. Where would I buy my goat milk? I gotta buy my goat milk. Gotta have my goat milk. Stuff's not cheap. Things like $25 a jar. It's not cheap. Screwball, $6 a little can. I gotta keep this habit going. Guys, we're on the 3-hour mark. I can't believe we've gone this and call me the Iron Man on this thing. But I'm going to say thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your aunt, tell your cousin, tell your brother, tell your sister, but don't tell your kids about me. Thank you guys for joining me and the rest of the crew. They're no longer here. They're either, I don't know what they're doing, but they are doing their own thing, or watching me at this point. Either way, guys, thank you so much, man. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you too, man. Mahalo, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys next Wednesday, unless we do a late night all of a sudden. But I will see you guys on next Wednesday, Hump Day. And let's see when we get a new belt day going on. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate you too, man. No lie. And I'm getting some new leather coming in. This leather's supposed to be the bomb. Like I said, I'm always looking for new product, good product. This is the leather I've been waiting to get my hands on for a while. I could not convince this company to send it to me. They're a company that does veg tan leather in Mexico. And their standards are very high and very good. And man, they understand my language and everything I want out of a leather. So hopefully it comes in and I can do a review on it. Ooh, it's going to be very different than the camel leather I got from Pakistan that one time. But it's supposed to be very nice. So hopefully, guys, that comes in and we can talk about that. So because it's coming in from Mexico, it's not going to be any cheaper. But at least they're price matching. And they are promising to be a little softer. And what's good about that is when leather starts out softer, it takes less of my materials and my effort to make it softer when it comes into certain stiffness. So less breaking in, less oil to use on it, saves me money, saves me time. All that's very important. They do some of the conditioning back into the leather after they process it, versus American veg tan. When they process it, they don't put any minerals back into the leather. It's just hard as a cardboard, dry. So hopefully I get this stuff in and I can review it. But guys, see you. Everybody have a good night. I hope that everybody is doing good. Stay blessed. I am going to be out of here because I got some chow to tear down and watch a little movie. Guys, have a good night. I am out of here. See you later, guys.